you needed more time to think, so you went away. But you still would stay in my dream. Now you're back for more. Why you in my reality? My head closed the door, even though my heart just won't leave. That was then, can't go back. Hurt so bad, had to block out the memory. If we try again, start from scratch. You wanna pick up where we left off, but you've been gone away. You've been gone away so long. Since you've been gone away, you've been gone away so long. I forgot your middle name, I forgot your birthday. You still wear cologne the same, like it in the worst way. You've been gone away. Since you've been gone away, you've been gone away. 50-11 days, 50-11 days, 50-11. I lost count of all of the weeks that you have your way. Wouldn't pick a fight when you'd leave. Now you're back for more. Did you find the healing you seek, or did you realize that I'm everything that you need? That was then. Go back. Yeah. So bad. Had to block out the memory. Yeah. Start from scratch. You wanna pick up where we left off, but you've been gone away. You've been gone away so long. You've been gone since you've been gone away. You've been gone away so long. I forgot your middle name, I forgot your birthday. You still wear cologne the same, love it in the worst way. You've been gone away, since you've been gone away. You've been gone away. I forgot your middle name, I forgot your birthday, your favorite position. Do we still have chemistry? Yeah. Since you've been gone away so long.
are watching and listening from wherever you are right now. Right now, of course, we are live on YouTube, but the only thing that you need to do is to press the subscription button and the notification button so that whenever you go live, you will be notified. And not forgetting that we're still doing the SIMULCAST where Johannesburg meets Durban airwaves, and you can also catch us on the underground radio. For you, of course, to get that, you can just simply go and download the underground radio app on App Store and Play Store. But of course, it just not only stop there. You can also listen by using the website, which is underground radio. So of course, you know that on this beautiful morning there is so much to unpack. It's a beautiful Wednesday morning. You know that each and every Wednesday our mission is to get rid of that midweek slump. So stay with us, connect with us throughout our social media platforms. We are Vooka Breakfast Show, and if you want to dial us in, the number is 060-493-3226. That's 060-493-3226. My name is Moeketsi, my man, and I'm happy to be with you throughout this morning from 7 a.m. of course up until 10 a.m. just giving you that daily dose of positivity accompanied by that energetic start to your day. And speaking of energetic start to your day, you're seeing some pictures behind me and you're asking yourself, where is that place and what are we highlighting on this morning? So today we are looking at Neck and Deck Restaurant, which is a popular open air eatery located inside the Butongo Rhino and Lion Nature Reserve in Krugersdorp, offering guests stunning views of wildlife including giraffes. It serves an Afrofusion menu with breakfast, pizzas, burgers and sundowners, and features of course seating for up to 300 people, a wine cellar and a children's play area, making it a favorite spot for families, cyclists and nature lovers. Butongo Rhino and Lion Nature Reserve TripAdvisor Restaurant Guru. That is all the information that you need to know just to take on that bucket list of yours. It is December, and you know that festive season is full of traveling to different destinations that South Africa has to offer. So I hope that this place is the place that you're going to go and travel to together with your friends and family. Just enjoy the atmosphere that it has to offer. If you have any questions, you can just use the hashtag Vooka Breakfast Show or use the number 060-493-3226 to dial us right here. That's all for your picture of the day. Hope that information was helpful enough for you just to kickstart this beautiful morning, which is Wednesday, of course. So what we're gonna do right now is to take a short break, and then when we come back, I'm gonna keep you updated with your latest news, headlines and sports headlines. So don't switch the dial. Trauma with a prima donna, gasping when she see the commas, laughing to conceal the monsters. I feel like Kanye when he lost his Donda. When my father left me, you were there to heal the pain I conquered. I never pay you back for what that meant to me. Some scars just fade physically, but never leave mentally. It's where people spiritually connected turn to enemies, and memories turn to villain origin accessories. And I'm the bad guy yet again. Spent so much time trying to find who the victim is. It's probably both of us, but neither one is giving in. So here we go again, throwing punches at each other's ribs. Gunshots sting like a buckshot. The pain hits deep, it's like my heart becomes a blood clot. Love dots, you're unblocked. Just to get this message, hope you get it on your bus stop. And then the bus crash, your true intentions unmasked. It should have been a fairy tale ending, but you uncast. I know it hurts bad, but you know you deserve that. We'll never have the life we once had. Hey. Emotional trauma with a prima donna. Hey. Yeah.
emotional trauma with you. I got my problems with you, but I can never get away. I wish my brain had a hard drive that I could reset. Wish I made the right decisions, but it's hard to reject. Moving on, but you got me on both sides of the fence. Left your mark forever, that's without a scar on the flesh. Wish that I was sick and didn't hit the bar when we met. And spent my money time with you just to be in this debt. See you happy somewhere else while I've been filled with regret. Try to find someone to blame, but it's just cause and effect.
And once again, a very good morning. Let us keep you updated, of course, with your latest news headline. Starting off with the first headline for this morning. DA eThekwini Mayor Mkabayi in fierce spat as 500 million rand provincial government debt issues escalate. eThekwini Mayor Cyril Mkabayi hit back at DA criticism, accusing its members of ignoring the province's 500 million debt and spreading misinformation about beach water quality. He pledged transparent governance while KZN Public Works confirmed the debt and sought Cocteau's intervention to resolve the dispute. Meanwhile, Proteas captain Aiden Mahram promised an exciting brand of cricket in T20 series against India, highlighting Enrich no return and stressing collective performance. Our next news headline, the NPA head has been testifying at the inquiry into Chauke's fitness to hold office. NPA head Shamila Patohi struggled to substantiate allegation against Johannesburg prosecution's boss Andrew Chauke during his fitness inquiry. Her complaint to President Ramaphosa triggered the process, accusing Chauke of politically motivated decisions, including reinstating racketeering charges against Johan Boysons without evidence. Under questioning, Patohi admitted she couldn't recall Chauke's conduct, failed to provide supporting documents, and distanced herself from the inquiry's term of reference, insisting Ramaphosa is the main complainant. On the next headline, a court delays sentencing for former crime intelligence officer linked to ANC scandal. The Durban Magistrates Court postponed the sentencing of a former crime intelligence officer Thulani Obed Tango for a second time. Convicted in September of helping ex-ANC councillor Mthokozisi Nochiyeza evade arrest in 2018. Tango's case was delayed after his lawyer claimed late receipt of the pre-sentence report. Magistrate J.K. Jonka criticized the request, noting the report's only new detail was a recommendation for imprisonment, and warned no further remands would be allowed. Sentencing is now set for this Thursday. That's all for the news headline. Now heading over to sports news, starting with football news. Helman Mkelele, FIFA's questionable move show blatant disregard for Africa. FIFA's decision to cut players' release time to 6 days before AFCON 2025 has drawn sharp criticism from Helman Mkelele, who says it undermines African football and disrupts preparations. With AFCON set for the 21st of December to the 18th of January in Morocco, many teams' planned friendlies are affected. Mkelele warns this would also impact the World Cup readiness. Bafana are less affected as most players are home-based. He also welcomed Hugo Broos' endorsement of him as a future head coach, saying he aspired to lead a team one day. On the next headline, Salah dropped by Liverpool for Inter Milan clash. Mohamed Salah was dropped yesterday from Liverpool's squad for the Champions League clash with Inter Milan after publicly criticizing manager Ancelotti, saying he felt thrown under the bus. Despite training earlier, Salah was excluded from the club, begging but no formal disciplinary action. His poor form, 4 goals in 13 league games, have fueled speculation of January exit, possibly to Saudi Arabia. Liverpool, 9th in the Premier League, face a further selection wars with Gakpo, Chiesa and Endo also absent, with a slot with a reduced 19-man squad for the San Siro showdown. On a cricket news, Proteas captain promises exciting brand of cricket as T20 series in India starts. Proteas captain Aiden Mahram says his side will plan an exciting, fearless brand of cricket in the T20 series against India, aiming for revenge after defeat in the 2024 World Cup final and a later series. Despite little rest after the OD campaign, he insists the team is ready to switch formats quickly. The return of pacer Andre Norke strengthens their attack, while IPL opportunities provide extra motivation. Mahram stresses the focus is on collective performance and winning, with franchise contracts seen only as a bonus. That's all for now. Stay tuned for more sports and news updates throughout the show. Don't forget to share your thoughts on these headlines with us on social media using the hashtag Vooka Breakfast Show, and send us your voice note on 0604933226. Now let's get you safe on those roads with your latest traffic update. Looking into the roads of KZN right now, as of right now, at this time, there is no reported incident at this hour, so the roads remain clearer. Now coming back to Gauteng traffic, right now there is a stationary vehicle on the N1 northbound at the Morocco bypass has been cleared. Traffic is free flowing. There is a crash on the N12 eastbound after Kliplufa interchange. The left shoulder is closed, so please drive carefully. There is a stationary vehicle on the R21 northbound after Binoni, which is affecting the left lane, so approach with caution. That's all for traffic. If you happen to be on the road, do make sure to share your traffic update using the hashtag Vooka Breakfast Show, or send us your voice note on 060-4933-226. That's 060-4933-226. That's all we have for you right now. We're going to take a short break and give you your weather update.
It on your bus stop, and then the bus crashed. Your true intentions unmasked. This should have been a fairy tale ending, but you uncast. I know it hurts bad, but you know you deserve that. We'll never have the life we once had. Hey. Emotional trauma with a prima donna. Hey, yeah. Emotional trauma with you. I got my problems with you, but I can never get away. I wish my brain had a hard drive that I could reset. Wish I made the right decisions, but it's hard to reject. Moving on, but you got me on both sides of the fence. Left your mark forever, that's without a scar on the flesh. Wish that I was sick and didn't hit the bar when we met, and spent my money time with you just to be in this debt. See you happy somewhere else while I've been filled with regret. Try to find someone to blame, but it's just cause and effect. Hey. I thought that was the truth, cause nothing lasts forever, that's except for me and you. Young and unaware of all the shit that we would do. Try to make it out alive, but didn't make it through. Your parents probably hate me, but my mom still always asks if we're getting back together, even though it ended bad. Forward thinking, haunted by the habits of my past. Precious moments with you, girl, you even met my dad. And any girl after you won't ever have the pleasure, so I guess it's part of why it's hard for me to ease the pressure. So many years, so many times I can't remember, fear I'll lose them all forever. Hey. Yeah. Emotional trauma with a prima donna. Yeah. Emotional trauma with you. I got my problems with you, but I can never get away. I can never get away. So I can never get away. So I can never get away.
Live. Durban Streets, what's poppin'?
The favorite morning crew
On the Vooka
Breakfast Show. Let's go.
What's up, fam? You chilling with your boy Moeketsi, my man, aka Max for maximum temperature. I am the son of Mother Nature. Let's go.
Famous Nommyp, Mkabayi, KaMakhosazana.
Hang out with myself, the one and only MOOCEE. My name is Moeketsi on the Vooka Breakfast Show.
It's 27 minutes past 7, and of course, man, it is that energetic start to your day, accompanied by a daily dose of positivity. A very good morning from wherever you are watching and listening from. It's time to kickstart your day on a very high energetic note. I hope that you guys are going to be with us throughout until 10 a.m. on the dot. And not forgetting that you can also catch us on Underground Radio app. You can just simply get the app on Play Store and App Store. My name is Moeketsi, my man, and I'm happy to be with you. Excited because it's a Wednesday. It's a time to get rid of that midweek slump. It is the 10th of December 2025, and of course you're asking yourself that, hey guys, how is it possible that we are on the 10th of December? Don't worry, bestie, just make sure that you give yourself some high five and let yourself know that you have made it this far. So talk to us, engage with us throughout our social media platforms. The hashtag to use right there on YouTube is the hashtag Vooka Breakfast Show. Just say hashtag Sivugile to show the movement that you're one of the Vooka Nation members. And the WhatsApp line is open, of course, for calls. And for the voice notes, the number to dial is 060-493-3226. That's 060-493-3226. So much is lined up for today's show, and I just need you to be with me throughout as we're going to be engaging, discussing, and sharing some of the sentiments and our thoughts right here. And looking into my schedule for today, we've got some interesting things. What I'm going to do right now is just to, let you know what to expect on today's show. Of course, after here, I'm just going to give you your financials on how the financials are looking like, financial indicators, how the rand is doing against the other currencies. It's December. People are shopping, people are traveling, so they need to know how is the rand doing with the currency of their designated destination that they will be traveling to, right? And then we're going to come back with an icebreaker question that we always have right here, where we discuss, where we have fun, where we share some of our funniest thoughts that our friends have never had. So we're going to be looking and discussing the funniest nicknames you've gotten and had, and what is the funniest nickname you have ever been given. We know when you grow up, our friends tend to give us those nicknames that stick with us up until we grow up. So what's that one funniest nickname you have been given? I'm just going to give you some time to process and digest that question so that you can come back with your answer. And use the hashtag Vooka Breakfast Show to comment down.
I want to know what is that funniest nickname you have been given, right? And I'm going to come back, of course, with your news recap, just to give you some of the news updates and the news headlines that you've missed when we opened the show, right? And then a discussion that we're also going to have is the same item, different price. Why do our values shift with settings? It's the same item, but a different price. And the question that we're asking is, why do our values shift with the settings, right? You're living in Soweto and you move to Sandton. All of a sudden, your values change. Why is that? I need to know from you. So that is a discussion we're also going to be having. Another thing that we're going to be looking into, because you know that in terms of celebrating, there are national days that are being celebrated each and every day, whether it's nationally or internationally. We've got something for you. And I know these are very important because we need to learn that next year when we come back, same date, you would know. And I hope that you are the one who is going to remind us of celebrating this national day, or maybe, you know, a national day and a day that is being celebrated. And of course, we're going to come with your celebrity birthday. If you know someone who is growing up right now, it is the time to give them a huge shout out in terms of their celebrity birthday, right? So I just want to know from you by using the hashtag Vooka Breakfast Show. So there's so much that is lined up right here. And another discussion that I want to add on top of that is, when kindness feels suspicious, why do we doubt good intentions? When kindness feels suspicious, why do we doubt good intentions? So I am so excited with these conversations that we're going to have right here. And I hope that you're also excited and you're looking forward, because it's December, it's the festive feeling. We need to talk about these things. We need to share those sentiments. We need to share our thoughts, because you might never know who you are going to be surrounded with going into this December. So what I'm going to do right now is to take a short break because there is so much that is lined up that we need to discuss. I'm just not, I don't want to waste any more of my time, because I just want to come back and discuss everything that I have mentioned. So what I want you to do right now is just to grab a cup of water, juice, whether it's a coffee or tea with you right there, because we will be back after this short break. So in the meantime, don't switch the dial. We're coming back. It's still a beautiful morning right here on the Vooka Break. For sure, it is your energetic start to your day, accompanied by a daily dose of positivity. Giving you some great sounds from Alex Cam, I Want to Chase You. Before I played Prod, Amandla by Prod by Cams. So I hope that you're also enjoying this beautiful morning. Just to kickstart this beautiful Wednesday morning, we are getting rid of that midweek slump. So speaking of getting rid of the midweek slump, let us just look into how is the weather looking like across South Africa. Maybe you are in one of these provinces or the cities. Right, so for now, for people who are in Cape Town, you are going to be enjoying a stunning 20 degrees with clear skies overhead. And of course, to our Durban family out there, it's a mild 21 degrees out there with overcast clouds keeping things so cool. And then heading over to Pretoria, it's a pleasant 21 degrees with some broken clouds out there. Perfect for a midweek start. And then in Bloemfontein, people are going to wake up into a beautiful clear sky and a pleasant 18 degrees. And of course, right here in the heart of Johannesburg, which is Soweto, you're going to be enjoying a comfortable 19 degrees with broken clouds, adding some character to the sky. Heading over to Khayelitsha, it's a beautiful day out there with clear skies and a comfortable 19 degrees. And in Johannesburg, we are seeing some broken clouds this morning with a pleasant 20 degrees. And of course, that's all for your weather update. If anything changes, just to prepare for your day in the afternoon or in the evening, we will come back with your latest weather update. But for now, the hashtag to use is a hashtag Vooka Breakfast Show. A very good morning to you. How are you doing on this beautiful Wednesday morning? Talk to us, engage with us throughout our social media platforms. Right now, you can also dial us in or send your voice note just to let us know how is your morning doing, because it's not any morning, it's a morning on a Wednesday on the 12th or the 10th of December. Deep within December, we're still rocking it, and I hope that you guys are still having some great time. And then heading over to your financials, because I promised to give you your financials. It's very important to know how is the rand doing against other currencies out there. So let's just look deeper into some of those currencies. So starting off with the US dollar, I know that you are dreaming to go to Disneyland or to buy that big apple. So your American getaway just got a little lighter on the pocket, with the US dollar now sitting pretty at 17 rands 7 cents. That is 17 rands 7 cents. And then heading over to your Great British Pound, 22 rands 74. I mean, I know that you are fancying that stroll through London. With the British pounds holding firm, you will definitely need to pack a fatter wallet for those iconic red bus rides, right? And then on your euro, thinking of sipping espresso in Italy, just remember every euro will set you back nearly 20 rand. So maybe practice those budget stretching skills. And then heading over to your Japanese yen, we have some good news for you all tech gurus and anime buffs. The Japanese yen is trading at a delightful 11 cents to the rand, which means that those awesome imports just got a whole lot cheaper for your wallet. Second, lastly, is the Aussie dollar, which is the Australian dollar. The Aussie dollar is looking quite friendly at 11 rands 33 cents, making that down under adventure as little less ouch for your wallet. Lastly, Chinese yuan. For all your imported goodies and tech from China, the yuan is trading at 242 cents to the rand. So your online shopping cart might just feel a tad heavier today. That's all for your financial indicators and for your financial market update this morning. We'll come back with your latest tomorrow morning. Same time, same place. With that being said, we just need to get deep into this daily dose of positivity, because there is so much to unpack and I need you to engage with us. whoever is listening right now from the Underground Radio app or watching live right now on the YouTube, please do make sure that you press the subscription button, the notification button, so that whenever we go live, just like this day, you will be notified that your favorite breakfast team is live. Speaking of our favorite breakfast team, you know that I am not always rolling alone. I always have your best behind the mic and behind the camera. I have Afriberry with me on this beautiful Wednesday morning. Good morning, and how are you doing?
But she's the best, the best, the best, the best, the best. Afriberry is the best, the best, the best, the best. Hey, good morning, South Africa. Welcome to yet another amazing and a fantastic Wednesday. It's out nice and shiny, but as you know that the weather tends to change a bit, so I hope you brought your umbrella to work. Don't be like me who doesn't have an umbrella. Please buy an umbrella and take it to work. But I'm feeling fantastic. And to those who don't know me, I go by the name of Afriberry, also known as Miss Berry Plays. But to the darker the berry, the sweeter than Doon. Man, it's a beautiful day and it's an amazing time to be alive.
It is a very wonderful time to be alive and a very beautiful Wednesday. And that brings me to some of a discussion that I wanted to discuss, with the Vooka Nation and with us right here. And I know that a lot of people have something to share when it comes to this. But before I do that, let us just check on how, if there are some comments right there on YouTube. Yes, we do have some comments. Stumza 6954 came through saying, good morning, Vooka Nation. We are up and kicking, but in the heart of Johannesburg. Hashtag Vooka Breakfast Show. Hashtag Sivugile. Fede, how's it? We are good and doing wonderful. Thank you so much, my good brother. Hope that you're going to be with us. And of course, just by saying how's it, I want to bring you into the conversation that we're about to have right now. So, you know that we have had some of the funniest nicknames that you have gotten, or some of the funniest nicknames that you have had from other people. So I want to know from you if you have been given that funniest nickname that you still remember today, or you know someone that has been given, the funniest nickname. I mean, just to set the scene for you right now, South Africans love nicknames from childhood to varsity days. We've all had that one name that struck, sometimes because of a funny moment, sometimes because of how we look, or even something we did. I mean, I just want you to picture this. You're at a family gathering and your uncle calls you short left because you always disappear early, or your friends call you scarf-teen because you never leave the house without snacks. I mean, the creativity is so endless. So I want you to talk to me. What are some of the nicknames that you've had? Or what is a nickname that you have been called throughout your childhood, high school days, varsity? I just want you to let me know, because I know that it's just funny moments that we have had. Have you ever had any funniest nicknames?
No, I don't think so. I think the only funny nickname that I had maybe throughout high school was being called Mama Africa or Miriam Makeba. And then that's during that era, that's where Afriberry came in. There's only two girls in my school who literally had afros.
Yeah.
And I was like I don't care what you say,
okay.
Afro rocking girl back in high school.
Okay.
So hence I had those nicknames.
Yeah.
But I know that with my mom, my grandmother calls my mom Tella Budibe.
Tella Budibe.
Tella Budibe.
What's that now?
Inja slides.
Oh, so
because out of nowhere, like you see my mom in the yard, ne? Like out of nowhere, 10 minutes later when you check, she's not there.
Yeah.
You didn't even hear the gate open. That's the crazy part. Or I gate Maramoto hasaliyo. And then if my uncle comes in and asks where my mom is, then I know my mom was not in the yard.
Yeah.
Especially if we hadn't paid much attention to it, and then Rona was busy doing something else or just focusing on something else.
Yeah.
Then I know that.
Okay.
And then with my baby brother, when he was born, my grandfather called him Whitey.
Because he was light skinned.
Yeah, he was way too light skinned. That kid was way too light skinned. He looked like a white person. He was way nearly vetisi. Oh. And now He's like brown skinned.
Yeah.
So na Miza Whitey. And then comes in my other brother. Nickname makake ke Abuja.
Abuja. That's the capital of Nigeria, if I'm not mistaken.
No, you're not mistaken.
So, what does that have to do with your brother being called Abuja?
It's because I like listening to Nigerian music and dances. Like, wena madam, bona mama khutli se ditse Abuja.
Oh, wow. Oh, that's because you like Nigerian music.
Yes, I love Afrobeat. I love so that's where the nickname came in. So it was pretty weird. And then my grandmother's nickname in the family, ke Manzu.
Okay.
Because,
Manzu.
because she does that underground thing. Sniff.
Oh, so then Tsu. Oh, that. Oh, hey, it makes sense. Makes
Manzu.
sense.
So
makes
that's
sense.
her nickname.
Yeah.
Ko Jagate Manzu.
Yeah.
That's it. And then the same goes for my uncle's nickname. My uncle's nickname ki Daddy.
Daddy.
Yeah. It's like
Why?
his nickname is Daddy because he was named after my great grandfather. So they nicknamed him Daddy because my grandmother is the firstborn in her family, and then my uncle was like the eldest amongst all the other kids that actually inherited my great grandfather's name. So hence he was called Daddy.
Yeah. Is your mic on?
No, the mic is not on. His mic is not on.
Speak. No, it's not.
We can't hear you.
Which one is you? Which one is you right there?
Which one is you?
But
Where
we're still discussing while you're still looking
I think
and
it's
fixing
4.
your mic. We're still looking for your funniest nickname that you've had, because trust me, I've had one of the worst nicknames. I've had them because one of the nicknames that still stands out, that's still stuck with me, it's being called Rooney. I mean, by just playing soccer, you get all the nicknames. I mean, the nickname, being called a soccer player or being called by the name of another artist, like I feel like you have to earn it for you to get the name. You can't just say, guys, call me Ronaldo, call me Messi. No, you have to do something in order for you to be given a nickname. I mean, some of the worst, Kiboma Fonyonyo, Boma Ponyonyo, like being called that name.
Speaking of which, in high school,
what is that?
In high school, we had a kid nickname Mapenyenye. Mapenyenye. And then Omungyene nickname Strauss because Narata the jeans are Levi's.
Yeah.
So we started calling him Strauss.
Oh, Levi Strauss.
Because that was literally the only brand he loved. I don't know if he still loves it right now because he's old. But growing up in high school, that was his nickname, Strauss.
Yeah.
And then there was another one, Yeneneli Vovo. 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 Instead of Steven, we'd say Vovo.
Oh, Steve Vovo.
Steve Vovo.
Yeah.
So that's what we would call him.
Yeah.
And then my uncle has like countless names. There's another one, Mamisa Chief. I still don't know why he was called Chief.
I mean, uncles back in the days, man, I feel like most of them have, these nicknames because my uncle's called Boju. I don't know what's Boju, but it has to do with whatever that they were doing in their times. Right? I mean, nicknames comes with what you are known for. You're someone who is on the streets hustling people or hustling. You're always asking for the 2 rents. You end up being called Pondo. Because 2 rand cars, it's called Ipondo.
Because when
you are called Ipondo.
So for him, it was a lot. Yeah, it was Chief, it was Rasta because he had a dreadlock era. My uncle went through different eras. He used to even braid his hair.
Yeah.
The same uncle who's daddy.
Yeah. Same uncle who's daddy. He went from ODB. I can't say the full meaning of that. Otherwise, we might get canned. But ODB, Chief, Rasta, and then Daddy. And then because he's a pastor, Hemuruti,
So the pastorship came before the Rastafarian, or
it came after.
After.
Yeah, the Rastafarian was still him back in high school, his early 20s. And then when he reached 25, that's when he chopped off the dreads and started braiding his hair. And then Chigi now he had a girlfriend who knew how to braid hair, so he was braiding his hair for free. Hey man, was
So, do you think there's a difference between daddy and zaddy?
Zazzy. I mean, Zazzy.
There is a difference. Besides the
what's
sound.
difference?
Besides the sound. You know, I'm a 2K.
Zazzy is sugar daddy, man.
Thank you.
Then daddy's father, man.
Thank you.
Hey, but guys,
That's my dad.
Yeah, Zaddy. There's a difference.
Mina-
Even the way it's said, the tone of it.
Umuntu wami is a daddy.
Not Zazzy.
Not Zaddy.
No,
I
daddy.
mean, Zazzy sounds, nice and soft. You are Zazzy. You know why you are just zebarizing it right there.
So guys, njengoba niphuza la noba noNthengele.
Yeah.
Zaddy.
Yeah, and people are proud. People are proud that
Zaddy ufikile.
Zazzy bought alcohol for
Wasibuza
them.
ukuthi sifunani sathi Zaddy. Sithenga nama Astropass.
Yeah.
Bashenga imali futhi ukuthenga ukudla. Uzaddy uyangispoila. You see,
So-
like
so-
even
so-
the way it's said.
So your uncle can become a daddy.
I know it.
Why?
Because uyazi string yazo nomuntu olingana namoro umuntu omncane kimi, he's 43. And
But says who
and
though? Says
even
who?
he knows himself, because you know why?
Oh,
My uncle knows very well when it comes to the girls or his former girlfriends.
Yeah.
I'm very fast to pick up, and mina, I won't even sugarcoat it.
Yeah.
But wait, do you?
And
do
it's the same as him. If I have a boyfriend and he doesn't like the person, he becomes super overprotective. He like hovers around.
Okay, so out of 100%, when I do you, is your life fully exposed to your family, or is there like 10%? It's like, hey guys, these are my thoughts.
It's like 70% is exposed to my family.
Yeah,
and 30%
that's so
is not.
so 70% is daddy, and then the other 30 you don't know what uncle is doing.
Yeah,
Because I
hence the
need
names.
to, like emsebenzini or wherever. You never know if bamthuma kuyi.
Usebenzele
But
ejardini.
makafika endlini.
Usebenzele
he's a strict
ejardini.
guy.
He's a strict.
He's a strict
He like
guy.
usebenzele ejardini because he's a welder. So weldele ejardini.
Hey, I think there's
Ulungisa
welding other hearts
amafoni.
out there. Broken
Ulungisa
hearts.
ejardini. And one of the other reasons why I think that my uncle said he would never go for somebody younger is because unebhadi. Makathi ufaka umuntu mangobe lese maybe silele ufaka umuntu lapha ejardini. Ubhaqwa yimi
Uncle must move out.
Hey.
Ubhaqwa yimi cho.
Daddy.
And then
You can hear my voice, Daddy.
I'm a girlfriend.
That's the
Amalu.
thing.
man.
And then the third part is that
Girlfriend.
ngimbhaqa
But wait.
ebusuku uthola ukuthi mina
Marumfundis.
He's a
yeah,
pastor.
he's trying to find a partner.
Mariambaka.
He's sneaking
Yeah.
girls inside the house.
Kahle kamhlophe phela most of the time ukuthi ngimbhaqa uthola ukuthi singena ngesikhathi esiwani, maybe nami ngiphume groove, and then yena he comes from wherever he's coming, sihlangane gating.
So is this a congregant or mhlambe nje a concubine nje?
No, asidle esontweni, asidla amatamati,
But look,
amaveji esontweni siyawayeka.
nicknames come, from different contexts. Because for other people is what you really do. I mean, for us, you had, a different character from the one that you had at home, right? At the streets, you are called Mabonyonyo. And there's some friends who don't even know your real name. They just know you KaMakhosazana.
And ubaba abantu lo.
Yeah.
Ubaba of 3 kids. Strategy.
Next of
Or
kinyo
a
muntu
groove.
le.
Then someone comes, is outside the cage, and he's screaming Mabonyo.
Hey,
And we're
Mabonyonyo!
asking, who's Mabonyo in the house?
Mabonyonyo.
And I said, so those are some of the kind of the things, and also the features, because I knew some of the people who had like facial features, like Abo Mehlo. Like there was a guy who was called Mehlo because he had big eyes, right? You are called Tsebe because you have a big ear.
That's my uncle's friend.
Mazinho because your teeth are outside. So those are some of the nicknames that you get because of how you look.
Because my belly button is protruding.
Yeah.
And it was bigger growing up. Almost bono.
I spawn no.
There was a time where I don't know, man. It's just an era where just the head above my shoulders seemed bigger, right? Next thing, epolweni umakhanda. Bakubizwa umakhanda. So it's these nicknames you get Stratin, but they are pet names, ne? Osithole endlini.
Yeah.
Right? For example,
Do
you
you
guys
have
know.
those?
No. For example, Yeah, but for example, with my daughter,
Spioyo.
right? So it's not a name she would typically get. Strati.
Yeah.
Do you guys have those from Endlin?
I do. I have two. One is Nana, and then the other one I got it like from birth. Some of the family members still call me with it. So Nana is like the nickname yala Endlin where I live, and then this other one it's like the family nickname Smomoza.
Smomoza.
Yeah.
Yes.
My grandmother, my late grandmother gave me that nickname when I was a kid. Because apparently I look like an Indian for some weird reason.
Yeah.
And my mom like got a hot clap for my grandmother for bringing in an Indian kid.
Hey.
So my grandmother was not just like, "O tlo mpolelle motho ka ngwana wa lekula." And then my other grandmother was like, "Tlogela ngwana ne mo ke Smomoza." And then it stuck with me even till today. But so not everybody in the family still calls me with it.
Yeah.
I have an uncle who still calls me with it. If he doesn't call me Smomoza, he calls me Mo. If he doesn't call me Mo, he calls me Momzi.
Yeah. Yo.
So it's either ke Smomo, ke Mo, or ke Momzi, or ke Smomoza.
Very interesting because some nicknames, they also go into a level of graduating or get to the level of become, and they sound cool. I mean, you can be doing bad things. I had a late friend that I grew up with. So he used to ask, and he used to ask for like a lollipop, even if you are eating it. Like he would ask, like, "Hey bro, can you please give me a lollipop?" Right? And they started calling him Majams because now he's addicted to jams. Right?
He don't care.
And then from Majams, he went to Majams to Lachiemi. Right? Because now, like, the name is starting to gain momentum right now. It's Lachiemi.
Levels,
Yeah, and now it got to the pinnacle. Then we called him Jamie God.
What?
Yeah. And it sounded so cool. So he was my jams. Anything that had jams, that man, he was there. He was found there. So anything that would fall, the 5-second rule didn't apply to him. He would just pick things and eat those things. He would ask for a lollipop. So my gems, may his soul, continue to rest in peace. But with that being said, we know that we've always, I've asked the question if you have ever heard of a funny nickname or you have been called that funny nickname. Some comments came through. Stoomza6 came through saying, "Happy to be part of the conversation. Back in primary school, I was given the name Kamzozo. My friends from Alex Tsutsumani, they still call me that till this day." Right, Tsutsumani. Are you like fast? But that's Chagando.
I think there's probably like an area within Alexandra. The same goes for like the way Dobsonville has like different sections, and then in the Fainama section. Because I know Wutsinama, I still have a friend even right now. Only a few people call him by his name. Nickname Nama.
Meat.
That's his nickname Nama, because growing up he was like cheese boy. His dad owned taxis. His mom worked as a nurse.
Yeah.
So Nama. And then if you remember, you remember when there was still no, I'm asking the wrong person. But Nele, do you remember when there was a show called Coca-Cola Popstars? You remember that big guy who move?
That's Nkulego, the
Oh,
Omo guy.
Kulego.
Yeah, him.
Yeah.
So we had somebody back in primary.
Joyous food. Same guy from Joyous. Yeah,
Yes, so we had somebody from primary who kind of looked like him. So they called him Coca-Cola because he kind of resembled the guy from Coca-Cola Popstars.
That's mean, man.
It is.
But he was fresh. Like imagine grade 2. Like he was proper obese.
Yeah.
He was not there's a difference. I think there's a difference. We had a fat kid and we had an obese kid that we went with in primary. Please remind me, like, guys in
Okay, without diverting, how do you tell the difference between someone who, according to you, is fat and obese?
For me, I think it's all Mkaba, and he had a lot of short breath compared to the other chubby kids. He couldn't. That was a sad part, because like he's in the second grade, he couldn't even reach. And then when we look at the other chubby kids, they could reach, and we're like, I wanna lie. And he loved that nickname because Nabegu cheese boy. So he liked them. It was like Coca-Cola. It's like, yeah, let's do one baby. So like he was adding like a bit of a stance to it, a bit of like male ego attached to it, and it stuck with him. He still has it. I don't know if he still has more teeth right now. He lost more, but
You'll never know. You'll never know.
We'll never know.
So
because
continuing.
he didn't have another teeth like lap.
Aye boo. But yeah, moving on right there on the comment section, we see right there. Thank you so much, Z Elizabeth right there. Welcome to the Vooka Nation Platinum. Thank you, and we wish you. And it's a warm welcome. Why get it? We wish you, but it's a very warm welcome into the Vooka Nation Platinum. Right, still part of the conversation about the funniest nicknames that you have had, or some that you had yourself that you have been called with, right? Z comes through saying, good morning, Vooka Nation and the Underground Radio DBN and the best breakfast team Sivugile on this Wednesday. And man, I'm feeling blessed. I hope you are all keeping well. Hashtag Vooka Breakfast Show. A very good morning to you, and we are also blessed. Thank you so much.
Thank you for all the love.
Yours Nelly so comes through saying, good morning, Vooka family. Sivugile, hashtag Vooka Breakfast Show, hashtag Vooka Nation. And then Z comes through saying, nice to see the stars changing color. They are going to keep on changing color. As much as you keep going up and higher, the stars will change their color. Thank you once again for that. And then yours Nelson comes through in regarding of the conversation that we're having right here. She says, my big brother called my son Stwash. What the hell is Stwash, guys? Why would you call kids Ngamagama heavy?
Who's Stwash?
Stwash.
What's Stwash?
Well, I'll ask him next time.
So
you
what was
also
the name
have
of the
no
son?
idea.
What was his name? Because I think most of the nicknames
Tandolwet.
to Stwash.
I mean, there's these nicknames that just do not correlate with your name specifically, but it's possibly because of a thing that you do, right? Yeah. So
What is Ndwava, man?
I don't.
Like, I'm so concerned of this front opposite boy being called Ndwava.
Or
Like,
Ndwava.
what is Ndwava? Like, guys, that is trauma to these young ones, man. Imagine being called Ndwava at a very age. Like, you're 7, you're 8 years old, and you are called Ndwava.
I have a person, Kukasakodulangokona's nickname Dipopo.
Dipopo. What's that supposed to mean?
I have no idea. And funny enough, I think I only learned this year what his name. He's actually named after his uncle Tabo.
Yeah.
Like growing up, Nelly Dipopo. Marcos. Like I at this moment I'm very confused if that's actually his real name or his nickname. And then he has a cousin, and then the cousin ki Spirit.
I wonder.
And then there's another one he's a young kid, so I never meets a spinach.
He loves spinach.
I don't even know where the nickname comes from. And then there's still another one foot in my street. Nickname Chicken. And he's scrawny. He doesn't even look.
It makes sense.
He looks like a malnourished chicken.
It makes
like
sense.
that's how it is. Like there's so many nicknames in my street that are so confusing that I'm still yet to figure out what's happening.
And one of the questions that one might ask is, does a nickname really have to have a meaning behind it? Because if it really doesn't make sense, I feel like that's a real nickname. Because if you're called chicken, you are scrawny, we understand. If you're called giraffe, you are tall. Because now wherever you go, you can see everything.
Jovis.
London. I think the London comes from, because a lot of people don't understand that London comes from the Tower of London, right? So Jovis, they're called Abu London, right? So why would you call a tall person London?
Yeah, I'm a puza cool, but we geezer.
Gizara.
Oh yes.
I like geezer.
That's another nickname that I have, but I'm only called this by one person in my hood. Kimubi.
Mobi is ugly, mos.
Yeah, it came on into like a very a simple play that we had.
yeah.
So when you know it was like some poro and no movie. So whenever he saw me, he started saying movie. I was like movie, sharp movie.
Yeah.
And then that's how it ended up. And that's what my other uncle's friend also calls me. I came on a movie. Movie. So there's like actually 2 people in my hood who called me that. And only them. And then it's there.
At least movies like okay, fade.
Yeah, because
Imagine if they called you SKOBO. That would have been bad, right? Yeah.
There's an aunt in my hood.
Like the real name.
Fool, that's one a name. That's one a name. That's one a name. That's one a name. Libitso la khala Setswana ke Makhogodi. So people put it short by a ho.
Yeah.
Instead of having to pronounce the full name.
Imagine now you have woman.
So stagil. So stagil. Like right now, she's like in her 50s. People still call her that. And she's accepted. And for us, I think it's because we know that it comes from her full name. Instead of saying her full name, Makhogodi, you say it's Hu, but we pronounce it as Ho.
Yeah.
So we know the true meaning behind the name. But for anybody who doesn't know, you start visiting and it'll be very confusing for you because you don't know where the name Khokho actually stems from.
Yeah. I mean, some of the examples that spark ideas right here are names like Bokhrotman, right? Because you acted older than your age. Wherever you go, people call you Khrotman. Because whenever the way you wear a suit in the middle of the week. On a Tuesday, you rock up with a shirt and a tie. So people are like, this one is a Khrotman, this one, right? And then you end that name. That name goes to live with you for as long as I don't know. And then there's this other one, being called the Slay Queen. After one Instagram post with shades and a cocktail, people are like, wow, she's slaying. Girl, you are slaying. You are a Slay Queen. You know, I just love how you do everything because you can't be called a Slay Queen on Facebook, I doubt. Slay Queens is like, it's Instagram is for the Slay Queens. And then what chappies? Because you always had the latest gossip. Wherever you you go, you're just chewing people's, I mean, that's that
Chappies.
One. Yeah, mam kopos. For someone who likes, I'm talking about indaba zasekhasi. Normally some of the rumors that happen, that you are the headquarters of a rumor. If people want to know why there's a tent next door,
sometimes they need to look. They need to even look for the gown.
Yeah.
Because they know the gown. You're wearing the gossip pura. You're wearing the gossip jacket. Which no, now she's gonna spill some tea.
It's time.
So I laugh because it's got nothing to do with gossip. But my friend who stayed next door, he didn't like this name, and I didn't call him that. But people around us called him Machapis.
Because
No. It's got nothing to do with that. Now that I think about it, but
yeah.
I mean, it's not someone who loved bubblegum.
Yeah.
No, and
was
someone didn't even gossip or yap too much, but just that name.
Yeah.
Go to Machapis, and then
Machapis.
the Block 7, we had this guy. I worked for him, and I was in grade, I think 3 or 4. So we used to earn like R2.50 a day.
Okay.
Come like a Chapis. But funny enough, it wasn't someone who spoke. Ahamba your stock, keep nan. So whenever he was away, he would call us to hold the stand.
Oh.
Yeah, so we go chappies, but
Chappies.
And as soon as you say chappies,
Hey.
yeah,
I know those ones. Yeah, they don't really like their nicknames because I didn't give myself that nickname. So I don't like you calling that. And trust me, like every time when you're trying to resist a nickname, it stays. It stays, whether you like it or not, right? But other ones, they include Mr. Delivery because when now you never cook, you only order food. I mean, with your partner, you even hear names. They like, oh, Mr. Delivery, Mr. D, Duramentura. Right, Mr. D. Sega Fikile now, I think we are going to order something, right? I mean, even if when they see you from a distance, when you're just thinking of hitting up the stove, you just switch off because Mr. D has arrived now.
Daddy's here.
That is here.
Dad is here to buy some pizza, right? So just drop your nickname and the story behind it, because we know that some of you share, some of the funniest stories when it comes to your nickname. What are some of the funniest nicknames that you have been called, or what are some of the nicknames that you have had that other people were being called? Just use the hashtag Vooka Breakfast Show. It's time to tell those funny stories right there, right? Miss Q comes through saying, good morning, Vooka Nation, welcome back, Mr. P, hashtag Sivugile, hashtag Sikatele. And yeah, we are tired. I mean, we make it look like we are not tired, because yesterday Z and Nelly saw they were here. Big Vugi.
Oh, after I left.
There was a huge party on a Tuesday, and to tell you, we really enjoyed.
Or there was a huge party. Wait, can I send through the video of Mo DJing?
I mean, we had an after year end.
Yeah, because Mo, I saw that we could just retrieve that recording. So yeah, like
the whole of it.
We were going hard as if it's a Friday or Saturday night.
Yeah, that's what we need to do.
31st.
That's how you close the year. I mean, sometimes you are waiting for a year end. You can have it on a Tuesday, just like that. Because it's December, I think, just make your own fun. Create your own fun, guys. Wherever you go, if there's fun, don't come with your negative energy. Just join the people, join the vibe, and have some fun. We know that December as a whole, it's an event. Right, December is an event. Everywhere you go, where there is that fun, do make sure that you go and enjoy. Don't wait for the 16th. Don't wait for the 25th. Don't wait for the 31st. Don't wait for the 1st. Just have fun wherever you are. Right? So on that note of just discussing some of the funniest nicknames, before we wrap it up, Miss Q came through saying my nicknames are Babes and Monkey Baby and Khadi. I wonder. How did those nicknames come? I mean, Babes what do were you a dancer? Babes, I mean,
yeah, she did say she used to dance.
Yeah, she used
but
to
obviously
dance.
I think this was before
Babes what do.
Babes what do, right? Yeah, so
Babes danzo. Monkey Baby.
I think I'm more curious about those two, Monkey Baby and Khadi. That one is
but
very interesting.
They sound like, guys have given you those names, because I want to baby, my sweetheart, bo Doshka Moshka, bo Mashkarina, bo Selina Babasha, Hoshka Ramaima. I'm like, yo guys, I was called Hoshka Ramaima. Yes, because of how you look. I mean, with ladies, you know that it's all about the compliments that they've been given.
Sometimes
and the
not.
compliments sometimes it turns into a nickname. But I'm really interested into knowing how did the nickname Bo Babesy and Bo Monkey Baby. I mean, back in the days, Babes. Just let us know how did the name come, right? Because these ones, they sound subtle, they sound nice, man. They sound soft. We have heavy nicknames right here that people have been called.
she might even relate, guys. True story. Like, I need to give a disclaimer before Siapambile. Front opposite Ngapa. Same house where Ndwava is from.
Yeah.
The parents or the siblings of the parents.
Yeah.
Konuma Papa.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
I'm serious, guys. I'm serious. I'm not lying.
Papa.
Yeah, Konuma Samban.
Oh my.
I'm serious. Konuma Promin. The guy is late now, but Scorpo.
Yo.
Right? I'm telling you guys.
Yo.
Just ask. They'll tell you Kunuma Papa Promino Scorpo, and then
Makabishi.
The other one, well, he didn't like it, but they used to call him let me maintain composure. Mkabayi.
Yo, Mkabayi. That's brutal, man.
It's a chimp.
That is brutal.
I'm serious, guys. I'm serious anyway.
Yeah.
But that's that.
And for us, but also Zulu would take it as a nickname, Jay, because we don't know what's this Bizumuntin. until I'm sitting there with like a group of people. I because me, I heard it as a nickname. Angazi. I want to mangu searcho. I'll be zooming kawan. How can think kawan again?
But I mean, Mo, this thing continues because like Joe Mushugutumi's Q could be a name of hey babes. But if someone calls you an Uber, right? There are some terms where it's a nickname. Yeah. Maybe not for you specifically, but for a trait or personality trait. I know I Uber.
Yeah.
IVRC.
Kala slicer yellow.
Mahamba. Yeah, this one is always walking. We are hamba. Even as a relationship, we are hamba.
Oh, Miss Q Ramzubuile futhi explain ala. Ati Babes was from a music teacher at the band. Munki Baby is from my mom, and Khadi is from Mapule, my cousin. She took it from Zinezintezwa because the lady was talking a lot, and I do that too.
That means right now you are prating, Shema.
You prato fier, yai.
Can't you prat, Luena? Khadi, right? It's from your cousin. Very, very interesting. Very interesting. You know that the conversation does not only stop here. So please keep those comments coming through because you know that we have a lot to unpack. Still discussing funniest nicknames, right? So what we're going to do right now is to take a short break and let the information digest and process as we're going to come back with your news recap into what you have missed. In the meantime, please don't switch the dial. We will be back shortly after this ad.
So sorry, girl, I didn't mean to. I done messed it up again. Yeah. Stepping in the spot like she own it. Looking like the world is your runway. She can set it off like a gunplay. Oh my. Yeah. Talk of the city with that body. Always getting praised like it's Sunday. She said, baby, what you gonna do about it? Loving your vibe, girl. That energy got me going. Yeah, that thing's so vibrant. I wanna know if you can give me the keys to your heart, baby. All I need is you. All I need is you. She need me like heartbeat. Drive me the bed like a RV. Hugging the curves on that body. She bring the heat like wasabi. Promise not to test your heart. Never. We just can't be kept apart. Yeah, yeah. Baby, you the best by far. Always go the extra mile. Yeah, yeah. All I need is you. All I need is you. Loving your vibe, girl. That energy got me going. It's my baby. That thing's so vibrant. Keys to your heart, baby girl. You right next to me. Moji mulena vanemia yila. Vanemia yila. Ewe muleji. Mami venaki. Moji mulena vanemia yila. Vanemia yila.
Giving you the great sounds of Amaru saying away. Yay. 22 minutes past 8. It is the time, and you're still watching your favorite breakfast show. It is that daily dose of positivity accompanied by that energetic start to your day. Still in discussion with some of you on the comment section talking about the funniest nicknames that you guys have had. If you still have or you just remembered something, please just come in and share that nickname nickname with us. With that being said, as promised, let us take you through some of the news headlines that you have missed. Starting off with the news recap. The first headline: DA eThekwini Mayor Mkabayi in fierce spat as 500 million rand provincial debt dispute blows up. What happened is eThekwini Mayor Mkabayi has fired back at the DA after it criticized his administration, accusing the party of ignoring the province's 500 million debt owed to the municipality. Mkabayi also accused the DA of spreading misinformation about Durban's beach water quality. The KZN Public Works Department confirmed that the 500 million rand debt has asked COCTA to step in to resolve the financial standoff. This clash comes at a time when service delivery, infrastructure failures and municipal finances in eThekwini are under intense scrutiny. Alongside the political drama, those are what we have for you. And then what's next on this whole headline is that COCTA's intervention may lead to formal debt negotiations or pressure on the province to settle the outstanding amount. The DA is expected to intensify oversight and push for accountability. And then on your second news recap, NPA head struggles to back claims in Chauke fitness inquiry. NPA boss Shamila Patohi faced tough questioning during the inquiry into Johannesburg prosecution chief Andrew Chauke's fitness to hold office. She struggled to provide evidence supporting allegations that Chauke made politically motivated decisions. Patohi original's complaint to President Ramaphosa triggered the inquiry. She alleged Chauke wrongly reinstated racketeering charges against former KZN Hawks boss Johanna Boysen, among other issues. But before the panel, Patohi admitted she could not recall Chauke's conduct clearly and had no supporting documents and distanced herself from the inquiry terms of reference, saying the president is the principal complainant, not her. So what's next is Chauke will continue presenting his defense. The inquiry's final findings could lead to Chauke being cleared, a recommendation for suspension or removal, broader scrutiny of how internal NPA disputes are handled. Lastly, on your news recap, sentencing delayed again for ex-crime intelligence officer in ANC-linked scandal. What happened is the Durban Magistrate Court has again postponed the sentencing of former crime intelligence officer Thulani Obet Tango, convicted in September of helping ex-ANC councillor Mthokozisi Nochieza evade arrest in 2018. Tango's attorney argued that he received the pre-sentence report late, prompting a second delay. Magistrate J.K. Jonka criticized the excuse, noting the report only added a single new detail, a recommendation for imprisonment. Jonka also warned there will be no further demands. The case is part of a broader concerns about how intelligence network and political structures were used to shield individuals from accountability during the past ANC factional battles. So what's next is sentencing is now set for Thursday. Possible outcomes include direct imprisonment, a suspended sentence, additional conditions tied to Tango's conviction. The judgment may set a precedent for future cases involving intelligent officers implicated in political protection. That's all for your news recap. If you happen to share anything that you know and development stories, you can quickly come into a comment section by using the hashtag Vooka Breakfast Show. And if there's any development regarding these news headlines, we will let you know. But for now, that is all that we have for you. 27 minutes past 8, it is the time, and still in discussion of some of the things, interesting things that we're unpacking for you right here. So what we're going to do right now is to check in on some of the things that are happening, because you know that each and every day there is a national day that is being celebrated that you did not know. Maybe you and I didn't know, but after we have went through it, we will know and remind each other next year, same date that we are celebrating this day. And what am I talking about? I'm talking about a day that is celebrated that is called International Animal Rights Day. International Animal Rights Day is observed annually on the 10th of December every year to highlight that animals as sentient beings deserve dignity, compassion, and protection from cruelty. The day parallels a Human Rights Day, reminding society that ethical responsibility extends beyond humans. Campaigns worldwide emphasize responsible pet ownership, oppose abandonment, and call for stronger laws against exploitation. Organizations like the Anti-Animal Cruelty League and ministries across countries use the occasion to educate communities, urging people to treat animals not as accessories or gifts, but as a lifelong commitment, IOL. Right? This is from the World Animal Protection Awareness Day website. So that is what we are looking into. If, of course, you happen to know more information about this day, you can come through in the comment section and let us know what you know so that we can share and, of course, have the same information. And then another day that is being celebrated today, it is the NHS Domestic Abuse Awareness. So this day was first held on the 10th of December, and it was created to highlight the high prevalence of domestic abuse among healthcare professionals who are statistically more vulnerable than the general population. Founded by the Doctors Association UK and the Medical Women's Federation, the initiative encourages NHS staff to break the silence, wear white ribbons, and access tailored resources. It aims to ensure NHS employers adopt robust policies to support staff facing abuse, marking the close of the global 16 days of activism. And that is, of course, the day that is being celebrated, the Days of the Year Medical Women's Federation. It is the NHS Domestic Abuse Awareness Days. Those are some of the days that we have for you. If you happen to know any day that is being celebrated, please share with us so that we can have and we can be all informed about these days and the awarenesses that we can rise out there. So you know that when it comes to history and everything that entails things that have went on, these are some of the interesting things that you have never heard of. And Afriberry, please just take us through to some of those things, because I know that a lot of people do learn, a lot of people do appreciate, us telling, them some of the things that happened. So please take us through right there.
Yes. So when it comes to our history dates today, we'll be talking more about a bit of entertainment, some music, and obviously in the world of movies. So first up, in 2003, the 14th Billboard Music Awards, 50 Cent and Shania Twain win. So the 14th Billboard Music Award took place on December 10th in 2003 at the MGM Grand Garden Arena in Las Vegas, hosted by Ryan Seacrest, Nick Lachey, and Jessica Simpson. The awards, based on chart performance, saw 50 Cent win 4 awards, including Artist of the Year, while Shania Twain was honored for her album Up in the country category. Beyonce also dominated with 5 wins, and R. Kelly matched 50 Cent with 4 wins. The event highlighted the year's biggest chart-topping acts across pop, R&B, hip-hop, and country. Now, in 1990, Tiana Taylor, American singer, songwriter, actress, and TV personality Tiana and Imani, born in New York City. Okay, so this one was actually not even supposed to be where it is. But so we're going to move on to the next one. In 2001, The Fellowship of the Ring, Lord of the Rings film directed by Peter Jackson, starring Elijah Wood and Ian McKellen, premieres in London. At the Odeon Leicester Square in London, making the launch of Peter Jackson's epic trilogy. The event drew stars including Elijah Wood, Ian McKellen, Viggo Mortensen, and Liv Taylor, amongst many more, alongside director Jackson. The film adapted the J.R.R. Tolkien classic, introduced audiences to Middle Earth with sweeping visuals, Howard Shore's score, and groundbreaking effects, earning critical acclaim and setting the stage for one of cinema's most celebrated franchises. Now, we know Lord of the Rings was like one of the best ever, like one of the best ever. Have you ever watched Lord of the Rings?
No, man, because I think when they were on their sixth season, if I'm not mistaken, I was like, there's no way.
I'm talking about the movies, not the series.
Lord of the Rings, yeah.
The movie straight.
Oh, I'm thinking of, why am I thinking of, what do you call this series that has the spin-off, House of Dragons?
It's another one, Lord of the Rings. It has the elves in it. I've seen it. I just can't remember the name of it, but it also has something to do with rings.
An interesting thing about Lord of the Rings is the author was born in Pretoria, J.R.R. Tolkien. He was born in Pretoria, so he went on, to go and of course sell his book to Hollywood movies. A studio so that they can.
And he's still charging money right now because imagine there's a series now, a total spin-off from the actual Lord of the Rings, and how we know it, because everything comes down to, I don't know why I don't have my ring right now, because I wanted to do the famous line from Lord of the Rings, my precious.
Interesting.
I wanted to do that famous like, my precious. But man, it was a pretty amazing movie. It made like a whole lot of waves. And that's where we also saw Professor Dumbledore from Harry Potter also pitch in another nice fantasy epic movie, right? And right now we're heading over to celebrity birthdays. And the first celebrity we're celebrating is Tiana Taylor. Now, Tiana Taylor was born on the 10th of December in 1990, and she is turning 35. Rise to fame, she's a singer, actress who released her debut mixtape From a Planet Called Harlem in 2009. She's not married. She's actually divorced. She got officially divorced this year. And she recently also got full custody of her daughters from her man. So that's like an amazing thing. Her man did like a switcheroo and actually decided to switch off the lights in the house. Imagine with the kids. And an interesting fact, she signed with Kanye West God Music label in 2012. In 2022, she won season 7 of The Masked Singer. And she has done a lot. Most people also know her from Tyler Perry movie. Let me do this correctly. Brian! If you've seen that movie, that you definitely know her. She's like that very loud baby mama that just comes in and starts tapping her head. And then the second person that we're celebrating is Kiki Lane. Kiki Lane was also born on the 10th of December 1991 and is turning 34. Rise to fame is that Kiki Lane is best known as Tish Rivers in If Bailey Street Could Talk, which was shot in 2018. Marital status, she's currently engaged. Interesting fact is that before her acting breakthrough, she also worked as a professional model and was featured in 2019 Kate Spade campaign. And then now the third person that we're celebrating is Xavier Samuel. Xavier Samuel was also born on the 10th of December in 1983 and is turning 42 years today. Rise to fame, he became known for playing Riley in Twilight Saga. Saga Eclipse. He is not married. Interesting fact is that Xavier Samuel's breakout role came in the Twilight Saga, where he played Riley Beers, a vampire leading an army against the Colons.
Yeah. Very interesting, man.
Oh, so for me, I'd like to say a happy birthday to my aunt, Naniki. Today's my aunt's birthday. She's out there in the Northwest. Wishing her a very happy and blessed birthday.
Yeah, very interesting. And just to send those shout out, you can use the hashtag Vooka Breakfast Show right there to celebrate your loved one's birthday, whether it's your friend, whether it's your cousin. We help them by just celebrate their life, right? So that is all what we have for you in terms of that. But as promised, that there was a discussion that I mentioned in terms of things that are lined up for today's day. So conversation that I wanted to go over right now is imagine you are in a place, two places, but those places are different in terms of their settings. One is a suburb, one is a township, right? And they're selling the same item. But now, when you buy that item from those two different places, you have different values from each and every, setting from wherever you are. Same item, different price. The question that we're asking this morning is, why do our values shift with the settings? So now, just to set the scene, I just need you to picture this, right? Just to give you, a simple context and understand. So you are in Sandton, chilling at a trendy cafe. You order a can of Fanta, and the waiter says that will be 35 rands, and you don't even blink. You just pay right away. So you pay, you sip, and enjoy the vibe. Now we fast forward being here in Makasana in Soweto, right? Same Fanta, same size, same taster. But if someone tried to charge you $35 for that, it's a definite no. I mean, you would scream your lungs out and say, there is no way that this Fanta is costing is $35, right? Suddenly the price feels outrageous. And here's another twist to this whole thing, right? In the township, the dirtier the street food spot looks, we know that it slaps, right? If you are eating inyama entrogo from the streets, we know that if the knife is not dirty, no, my friend, there's something wrong.
It's going the opposite direction.
You understand? Mm-hmm. So the more you trust the food, it will slap. But in the north, if the kitchen is not sparkling clean, you know that you are walking out. Same food concept, different expectation. So we are just trying to ask what is going on here. If you happen to know some of these value shifts that you have seen from people and from yourself, that no, when I'm in Sandton, I act a different way than when I'm here in Ekasi. I mean, Ekasi, we hear when every time when you see the price, like there's no way that you guys can price this thing right here, right? Why do our perception of value and quality shift so dramatically based on these contexts that we have given you?
Yeah, so when you went to a fort,
yeah,
just a corner in a fort, there was this guy that thinks he tumbu. Guess follows a dustbin. Right?
I know that guy.
Yeah, guess follows a dustbin. And if you were to go north and you find Bapang is follows a dustbin, guys, what's going on here?
I come on, Fetu. Have standards, man.
Right.
I was born Utugupi. That's the thing. That's one of the things people will say. But guys, like, can't you see where you are, bruh? But if you're in the township, like, guys, understandable.
And I'm still here to understand why people feel the need to switch. For example, when you go to the restaurant, they want to act all nice and poised, all bougie,
Etiquette.
and knowing very well o kasi o jella mo tafoleng. Ha jelle mo skotlolong o ja ko kae ko tafoleng.
I think there's nothing wrong with that because I feel like we have our, we once discussed this, your unique self. I mean, you don't give everyone. I mean, when you're at gas, you can't just give that unique self of yours where you want to use a serviette after eating. No. You want to wash your hands with that water that have been used by the past 15 people that you have eaten right here. So you can't be asking for those things. But if you are in a different space, I feel like the space also talks to you. Whenever you get into a place, everything is dirty, you are going to also act dirty. But if the place is clean, it's going to force you to act clean. It's going to force you because there are places where you see that, hey man, I've never seen someone wearing shorts in these restaurants. So I won't go in that restaurant wearing shorts because it's going to bring me unnecessary attention. So our values shift with settings because it's all about what the space is giving, the energy. It's simple as etiquette. We know that wherever you go, there are rules that apply. When we are in the table, you're not supposed to do funny things. You're not supposed to use your phone when you are eating and all of those things, right? So I believe that values shift because of the etiquette that these places have set for us, right? If you're in Josie, you want to grab yourself a saminyama introgo on the side, you won't expect fork and knife, man. Like, why would you want fork and knife there? Because you see now with the settings on how it is that you are using your hand here, my brother, to eat.
And in some tables, you can't even expect to get a plate because
Yeah.
you get served literally on a table. Bakphakela inyama bayislice lapho bayipushe ngomese.
Understand?
Yabona uphuthu laphaya lo wena sozomix udle etafuleni. I think for me, I remember, if you remember during COVID, they actually wanted to shut those places down. And people batoyitoya. Abantu batoyitoya, they're like,
Never.
first of all, kudala sidlala wasingakuli. Kodwa masihamba sothenga ukudla ko-Woolworths nani yila uzothola ukuthi sometimes we end up being sick, or we go to restaurants, you sometimes find out that we end up being sick. Instead of getting sick by eating food made in the street,
Yeah.
esazi kahle ukuthi le pani le igezwa once a week.
Yeah.
Lokudla lokuphilisayo, lo. But here's the thing, Afri. So you go to Santon and you want a can of Coke. How much are you expecting to pay?
It's probably going to be roughly around here in a year, the 35 rand. So for me, because I know that I'm not going to pay the Santon price, ngiphuma sengamile. And I think it's also because I worked in restaurants, so I know very, very the different, how the expectation is and the charges. So
No, but let's say you're amanga. Let's say you're like amanga and you thirsty. You wanna, in fact, even if it's bottled water, you wanna
trust
enjoy
me, I'd rather
water.
look for a Pick and Pay.
No, but you see, manje sisemsebenzini and you are needed in the next 5 minutes on stage. You just want to quench your thirst. You go out and go to a Pick
Tap
and Pay.
water.
Hey,
Tap water, no. For me, it makes no sense at
pay.
all. Like tap water, like
You
even
just pay.
that's the thing. Even when I go out, the only thing that I'll probably pay a certain price for is maybe the alcohol, and on rare occasions.
Okay, let's talk alcohol again.
Yeah, but on rare occasions.
So how much? Itampi malin.
Itampi Heineken, it's 38 rand now.
So let's say it's $40, right? Yeah, $40. So now, do you mind paying that $40? You in Santon?
I do. I would pay it, but I'll probably just get two. Hence, I'm like, that's the thing about me. I'm like very picky, especially when I go out. Me, I'll tell you specifically, if I'm going out to drink, I go out on a Sunday
Yeah.
to Midrand because I know what they have, especially chwala. From this time and this until that time, ikorana is 13 rand. Or if I'm not going on that Sunday, then I'm going on a Friday because it's half price beers. Then I know it. Otherwise, manning is like seeing is tingling.
So the thing about value here is that typically you should be the same person right through and through.
Yeah.
Right? Tuguti, look, if you think something is expensive, it doesn't matter where.
Exactly.
You would not choose to pay for it.
It won't
Kanjalo, I
hurt.
would feel good you are consistent.
It won't hurt.
Yeah.
Because I've learned with myself, and I've got to understand that whatever that I was going through is called emotional spending, right? It depends on where you are, and whenever you pay, it doesn't hurt. If it's in Santon, 35 rand, it doesn't hurt. It's
Like-
understandable.
You can buy like a McKenna 70 rand
70.
and you feel fine.
You feel fine.
Yes.
But when you come here, 35, I might see.
But I mean, even if I were to create a joint here locally,
Yeah.
and charge 35, you'd still be like
Not why.
35. Because last time we went to Yami's, Rato's Yami's, right? I mean, it's a local joint. You built a nice place for yourself.
Yes.
You can get there,
Yeah.
and they serve you, right? You sit down, they take your order, Marxekas.
Yeah.
But if Tuai can is 35, your mind says no,
Yes.
it can't be 35.
Yeah.
So I feel like, and I'm also one of those individuals where my value does cascade and shift based on where I am.
Yeah.
Because la payana 35 hurts me. I might pay it because ngiyatswa ukuphuma, but mangiphuma inhliziyo ngiyakhala, I'm complaining.
Exactly.
Right?
Say, you know what? I was supposed to be there, and my heart was
Yes.
actually there.
I think
That
that's
given
why
time.
I said for me, for example, I buy in advance. It's either I get myself a bottle of water or I get myself energy
booze.
drink or a cola. No, I'm just saying that if I'm not if I'm not going out to drink, but I'm going to a different place, then I get myself like a bottle of water. Let's say maybe I'm going to meet somebody else somewhere for like a meeting. Because I know which ama prices are like skyrocketing, and I know very well it's a price that I'm not willing to pay, like guys. Then for me not to pay that side, then I make sure by
No,
the
but-
time I leave, I have what I need.
No, we're not willing to pay that price like us.
Yeah.
But when we're there, it's okay for you to buy a manzi for 30 rand. That's what we're saying. Would see your value shifts according to
Yep.
the setting that you are in, where you're in Sandton, you're in Midrand, and you do not mind buying a soft drink. Because remember, nakhona, ema restauranti, abathengisa ama 2 liter.
Yeah.
So it means, as we are sitting, you need to buy yourself a can.
That's
Or
a
if you are
vile
buying for
can
us, it means you buy 35 rand, 35 rand, 35 rand. Kanjalo nje, it's 105 rand.
Yeah.
Just on drinks.
And another setting that people understand is the stadium. You know, if you go and watch the derby,
Woo.
cup of a cold drink, it's like 40 to 50 rands.
I
And you
know with
understand.
beer, because you see, for me, I think that's what I'm saying, that for me, I think it's different on my side because I've worked in restaurants, so I have a background a restaurant background, so I know the prices that they charge.
Yeah.
And then when it comes to like your soccer matches, I've worked in stadiums, so I know how much they charge for beer. Maybe that's also one of the reasons why I've never attended a concert like where I know I have to buy myself booze. So for me, I remember I once won tickets to go see a concert at Red Bull Orlando Stadium. It was back in 2017.
Yeah.
By that time, trust me, for some weird reason, I pulled my then boss into the whole situation. Wahamba na muyongithengela utshwala. Mina guys ngiyengizirobhela ifini.
But you know, I also believe that when it comes to the setting, like I've seen it. For me, when I'm in Sandton, when I'm in Rosebank, there's that feeling of I see where my mind is going. Yeah, like
You
you're
have a
spending.
niche feeling.
Yes, you have a feeling of I see where my mind is going because right here, this has an aircon, you know, nice chairs. I'm comfortable where I'm at. I mean, the service is also
There's
nice.
a centerpiece there just
Yeah, but
sitting.
you can't charge me 35 rand where now ngesivalo say dustbin. Where's my money going, bro? Like buy a price stand or something because I don't really see where the money's going. So that's why we complain, especially in the township, to say, like, mama, you've been selling here for 25 years, but like people come here each and every day. There's cars parking out here, but you're not even improving the infrastructure. It's still like that. You're still using the same port from 25 years back.
Oh, I can't look at my guy.
Aye.
Haven't you ever noticed that most of the people who sell food on the street, they're building mansions at home? That's why wherever they sell, the infrastructure itself will not improve because their money is probably going towards getting a house, getting their cousins through school or whatever. That's also something that people also need to consider.
Yeah.
The fact that the reason why it doesn't improve is because ekhaya bamtshela ukuthi fanele ukhulise umuzi wasendlini, tsonto ukhulise ko jarateng, romela madi, mamang oya kae kae hauna mntwana. It's even worse if you do not have a child and you're somebody who lives in Joburg and you're endlini, they know that you're a hustler. Then trust me, by black tax, according to them, all your money goes to them because you don't have a child.
Yeah, I know. Like the one lady we had, she put her children through school in my Tengis, right? But not to divert. So our mama, they might say, look, we've got a target audience, target market.
Yeah.
But you realize it's actually the same individuals
who
that will
come.
spend the santin but by spending up.
Yeah.
So it's the same people. Like I would understand where it's a case of, okay, kunabantu base santin and they do not enjoy these street foods.
Yeah.
and then it's like, hey guys, it's a different demographic altogether.
Yeah.
But it's the same people that would spend thousands of rands per night. Baphinde babuye bazothenga la.
Yeah.
Local. So it's the same individuals. So I don't think it's a affordability issue here. It's more of value. Do you see value where you are, or do you not see value?
Yeah.
Right. So if you don't see value in going to a stadium and your time not being wasted, you pick and pay, and then come back and get in the stadium.
Yeah.
If you don't see your time as valuable, then sure, you'll probably do that. But if you're there to enjoy the match, I'm fit malini pint to 50 rand, I'll pay for it.
So, you know,
Pay for it.
Next year, ko palinkise ngo stadium bathong lo shebella match.
we will. So you know, speaking of that,
Or
nah,
uzohlala ngale stadium ngale. Qala ufavor qala wait, because I don't mix with my enemies. Favor.
Ay, wena lo paga chuchu.
Wena ufavor. Alethi fana nani mo?
Peace and love, man.
Because whoever goes first loses, right? So you're at a social gathering, someone comes to you and says, "Hey, man, he lift," right? And then because they went first by saying "Nyacela," and then you ask, "Where are you going?" I'm headed east. West, Jaya, right? But if they come through and say, which direction are you headed? To west. Yeah, Ngolungbe, west. Right? So yeah, it's like Fevani. I'm fine. You're gonna have to sit that side.
yeah, it's
Ke tla
simple.
dula le mo. I can wena o tlo dula le Fifi because Fifi favor Pirates. So you and Fifi will chill on the same side. But but in all honesty, for me, I've never gone, besides working, but like fully gone inside the stadium and actually watched the match. That's something that I've never done because of the time I'm always there, go the VIP suit, but like working, but like literally just relaxing and sitting down. It's something that I would love to experience. And obviously with a bunch of people that actually feel like family. So I would love that.
Yeah.
That's something I would
Yeah,
love.
I mean, it's one of those things that one should just, plan. Okay, you know what? I'm going to take time to go and do something, right? So this past weekend, actually, we were supposed to go to this gaming thing, right?
Rage, yeah.
And manje moboni tombe I lost out. So
FOMO.
it's one of those where you actively say, look, I'll take time, I'll budget for it and having a certain thing, especially if you really, really want to.
Yeah.
But trust me, Moamba Nabantu, it even becomes better.
Yeah.
So my mozo pumute pick it we are.
Nka se phume ke tla tshwara tšhelete enough ke reke beer ya 40 rand.
But still on that note, when we talk about the values, because I've seen that a lot of people, it's just a matter of how to capture your audience, because like we have went to places that don't really look like places for people to sit in because of how the food slaps. I mean, you would go to that establishment where izenke lihleli ngathi lizokwela, but the food is nice, bro. Like you can't just
And
resist.
you're enjoying it at your own risk.
Like you
baba.
can't. I mean, you can say, "Eish mama man, lezenke lakho lizoswela leli," but it has been there for I don't know how many years. But you know why you are going there. I mean, when you talk about these big brands, these big retail stores, sometimes they just do one thing. I mean, it's just the psychology they've got, when it comes to humans. But we know that for some establishment, you just need to trust yourself. Even if you can just cook without a tent or anything, when people come, just know that they're coming for the deliciousness of your food, right? So there is a lot of course, factors when it comes to this. But what I'm going to do right now is to take a short break, and then when we come back, we have some shockers and insights, and of course some perspective that we will go through with you. So let us just take a short break, and then when we come back, we'll just get straight into those.
We're down out in the cold, faithless and dark. Your story's untold. Come take my hand and walk there with me. I know a place where we can be free. There is a light shining for you, guiding your way, helping you through. And shadows and gloom are all that you see. We'll find a place
It's exactly 2 minutes past 9. I'm still giving you that daily dose of positivity. I hope that wherever you are getting rid of that midweek slump. As Miss Q said, what hashtag #CKartel. Yes, we are tired, and I know that we need to use this month to rest because January siyakhuphukela again. The beginning of 2026, but still on the conversation of cascading values, we're still asking the question, why do our values shift with setting? I mean, you are in Kasi, you're in Senting, you buy the same product right there, but when you are in the suburb, I mean, your values shift, your behavior also changes, your emotions changes, and while you are in Kasi also, your values and emotion, they change. So hashtag Vooka Breakfast Show is the hashtag to use for that. But before we get into the shockers and the insights of this whole discussion that we have right here, Z came through on the comment section saying, I would like to wish our aunt happy birthday, Aunt Darky. May the good Lord richly bless her. And I've been told that we have a picture of her right there. There we go. That is the aunt. Happy birthday,
my aunties.
Aunt Darky, we see you right there, man. You know what? Ukule, ukoko, my aunties. Happy birthday. You one of the celebrities that we always, celebrate right here on the show. But going back, of course, to the discussion that we are still having. So let's get deep into the shockers and insights of this whole discussion. So they say research shows that perceived value is highly contextual. People often pay more for the same item in affluent settings because of social signaling. It's not just about the product, it's about the experience and the image. In contrast, township pricing is tied to community norms and affordability. Overpricing feels like exploitation, not luxury. Food hygiene perception, on that case, studies suggest that authenticity and taste often trump cleanliness in informal settings, while in high-end spaces, presentation and safety dominate. So these two, they kind of correlate, they go together, because when you are the side, no matter how your establishment is looking like, may your food taste good. That's what people want in the township. We just want food that slaps. We don't care if you have, disco lights in your establishment. We just want the food. That's what people are there. But some of the perspectives that are here right here, the one, of course, is that we tried to kind of build up a context is paying 35 rent for a Fanta in Sentin is about convenience and vibe, and we are buying the experience and not just the drink. And on another perspective, in the township, the same price feels disrespectful because it clashes with local economic reality and the cultural norms. And number 3 is street food tastes better when it's raw and real, but in the north, hygiene is non-negotiable because trust is built differently. And speaking of street food, we once went to Label's Backpackers, right? And throughout the tour, there's a stop that you make. If you go there, you will, of course, get yourself in the stop. And the stop right there includes buying food from the local vendors. And we bought some meat. And, we saw everything that was happening. I mean, the establishment is not as fancy as you would think because it was inside Mkabayi's hostel, right? So that's the video right there where they're chopping the meat and you're just seeing, we don't care about hygiene. We just care about the quality of the meat. The taste, if the meat tasted bad, trust me, like it will just be bad. If we had Yelp here for Kasi local vendors, things we would say about the place, trust me, they were not going to be that good. So, as we say, that street food tastes better when it's raw and real. So if you try to put street food, in a good establishment, trust me, I mean, your nyama, you rinse your nyama and trogo. What are you saying, bruh? Like, why are you rinsing nyama and trogo, right? You're saying you're using better products, you're using better spices, and no, we don't want that. We want the real and the raw one because it really slaps. They use the fire, that was made when you want to use gas stove to cook nyama and trogo. It won't taste the same. Right, so those are some of the differences and the perspectives that a lot of people go out and look out for, because there are factors contributing into why people really think like that, and the psychology behind everything. Because when you see the establishment, that signals in your mind that, okay, now I'm in a different place. Now I have to act different. You go with your friend, you know that each and every time when you're with a friend, eating locally, she or he is always loud, but you get to Sentin, you're like, hi man, it's Bambi man, hold your horses man, we're in a different place here. Don't just shout, and please don't speak your home language if you're in Sentin. There are people who do that Emma, don't order in Zulu here because you're going to embarrass us. Just order in English, right? And they will tell you that if you want to order something, take your time, right? And for obviously regulars, they will just order without even requesting the menu and such things. But so many interesting perspectives that people have. Tip. Hey, pela mawfika lapha umangeni ukuthi hayibo tip yani manje. Hayi baba, I paid for my food.
People do not tip those days. Like the tipping has gone with the wind.
It tipped. Yeah, it's very bad.
I don't want to lie. Like tipping has gone with the wind. And then if you can't afford the tip, I think it's more humane if you let the waiter know. So I say, you know what, buddy? Unfortunately, I only just got money to come out and have fun, but I don't have a tip. Because if you let me know like that, then I know it's okay. Here I'm just basically applying good service without any expectations.
But shouldn't that be the standard?
Not really. The reason why I say, why I say so. Let me explain. The reason why I say that is because in most places, actually, I'm excluding maybe your Wimpy, your Steers, your Steers doesn't even count. Your Wimpy, your Spur, and maybe your Nando's. They probably have like a stipend. But in other restaurants, like if you go to like your Ten and Tender, you go to
stipend as in gratuity.
It's like they have money. It's like one hall specifically. Most restaurants do not cater that for waiters, meaning that waiters survive on tips. So if I'm not getting a tip, then already saying by the time I get home, even if I get the 10% on the slip, but that extra 10 ranyana on the side, because I can to make sure that waiters get their tips, they now added the whole 10% on the slips, especially if you go to restaurants or you go to clubs. That has now become a must. You'll see, if you look at it properly, you see that your original bill, maybe it's 3.5, and then after the 3.5, they added 100 rand. So which now means that you need to pay 3.6. That 100 rand is my tip. And then if you add more, then that means that at least I know for my sides. So I do not want to lie. Like tips are like very essential, and they do help waiters. Because come cash out, na go cash up if I don't have enough tips, then I'm stranded. I can't go home.
It's a problem.
Do you know on average how much they make? Because we're only hearing one side of the story, ne? But we hear good man, they clock it.
The restaurants.
No,
the waiters. It depends on how big.
Especially if it's the kinds of restaurants that a gratuity has to be given.
It depends on the amount, on how much you spend most of the time. So if you spend more on your bill, the 10% that's already added on the bill means that I'm going to get more tips.
Sure.
This is excluded of any other tip that you personally might want to add. So what I'm trying to say is that sometimes if you spend 10 rand, let's say maybe your bill is at 50 rand, that means I'll probably get like 10. I'm going to get 10% of 50 rand. If I have more customers coming in and they only spend 10 rand, then that means that I do not have more money.
Sure, but I think we're talking about these restaurants, né? Where on average, how much are they spending? On average,
it depends.
Like,
it differs.
But like that's what I'm saying, Guti. Yes, you might get your outliers where someone comes through just for a coffee. But these places typically, they do spend quite a lot of money. Because the ones where we don't spend is your Wimpy or your Steers. And Futnalapo, you go to to the counter and order yourself, right? But these places, these ones, people do spend. So, because when you are in the hospitality industry, what I'm asking is, on average, born a labant lava that only survive on tips only per month, how much are they making?
In all honesty, per month, I've never actually calculated how much I made when I used to work in restaurants.
Daily,
I could probably walk away with like maybe 300, depending on how good the days were. If it was a slow day, then I know that 150. If it was like an average day, then 300. But if it was like a good day, then I could probably go home with like a sweet 700-800 nyana. So it's also dependent on the days. Not all days are the same. And some say
so roughly it's about 6,000 rand a month, which is like a decent,
Roughly.
on average, right? And then guna lawa where it's like a bar, pub or whatnot.
yeah,
Lapo.
those ones get more tips.
Okay.
Because
Alright,
in order for me to also get more money, it also depends on the popularity of the restaurant itself. Remember that some restaurants are still starting out, so meaning that my expectations don't have to be that high. And if a lot of people don't know it, like it's not getting food reviews, no influencers are like doing videos on and that kind of stuff. If it's not getting any of that, then I'm not going to receive more. Because on my side, because on my side, the two restaurants that I worked at, the first one was a biker restaurant. Bikers tip, the one thing I can tell you. But we knew very well that if
drunk people tip, eh?
For us, it was different because the restaurant was mainly focused on bikers. We did have people who by pools. We did have people who would come in with cars, but we already knew the setting. Was umuntu drive VW or umuntu drive the latest Mercedes or the latest BMW is not going to tip me the same way as a biker will.
But you see, that's what I'm asking. The new restaurant, someone comes in, you have to give them service, and back gel up front, which I'm not tipping. Does this affect how you treat them or how you service them? Because it's a newly established joint, and if you treat them with mediocre service, are they coming back? Are they calling a friend?
They're not coming
back.
So meaning that I need to basically brave out everything if I know that I'm not getting a tip. For the fact that at that moment I'm also representing the restaurant, that means that I need to be on my best behavior. Despite the fact that I still smile, I still deliver the food that I'm supposed to deliver.
But not the way you would if Mundia tip.
Yeah, the enthusiasm goes down a notch, but otherwise it's still getting more or less the same service. I'm still smiling, whatever
but
you
not
need
the
me.
Same. But you see, that's what I'm asking, Mo. That's what I'm asking, Wuti. If the place is not famous, it's not known, then your service will determine if whether I come back when I call people so that we can come and tip. So we should be able to give the same, or at least expect the same service, whether you tip or tip. I've been a regular restaurant for the past 15 years. And then they hire you, umusha. I was away for like 2 months. You don't know me. And usually I tip. It's just that today in Jai, I'm tip, and then you give me bad service. Right? Just because I didn't tip. But anyway, that's just me. I just feel like, look, if you want, the repeating customers to come back and tip, then
Always
sure.
have the same positive attitude, positivity.
But you just said it's not the same.
Yeah, literally it's not the same. For example, I'm going to tell you about the one place that I normally go to. Most of the time when I say I go there, I already know. La piling as straight dudes. The people who come and listen to the orchestra do not tip. If I get a tip, it's going to be 10 rand. Most of the time, for me, sometimes you find that I go there.
So what's the expectation there?
The expectation is to at least get some amount, even if I don't get tipped like 100 rand. 20 rand, the minimum is like 50 rand, because I know it's going to help me to go back home. But what I'm saying is that there's some places that even us as event waiters, we know very well we're not going to get a tip. So we're still gonna go there, yeah, put on a smile, but at that moment we're basically.
Does the employer at least pay you, or is it just
I get a
tip
valid.
only?
No, the employer pays us.
Oh, okay.
But what I'm saying is that it's tips. So the tips help us. For example, when I went to go work there, I had money to go. I didn't have money to come back.
So what if a bank teller says in fit tipper because it's on give any things? Last question, like what would you do? What would you do? Like the bank teller says in fit tip better because it will at least help me get transport.
Yeah.
But you get paid. Yeah, but hey, this one will help me. What would you say?
In a way, it's a weird ask from them because it's not part of their job description. It's not.
They're servicing.
They're servicing, but there's a difference. There's a difference between me working as a bartender, bar lady, or working as a waiter. In that one, it has become a norm. Tipping a car, like for example,
you tip the bank teller, or la machita la with clientele ne. Iman funa a policy anjam sharp. Man angizama tiger nje ngithola amagunya I would dude I thought I like what's going on. So
yeah,
I think we should tip locally.
Yeah.
Although I don't do it directly, but what I would tend to do is from the place I normally buy from. I would say, man, you know, I'm taking a cold drink. But I think as much as we tip that side,
yeah,
and as much as Mklambe now, I don't know if you tip locally, but I think we should start tipping.
I do.
The chicken lewenzile money.
Yeah,
I do. Like even those guys like what Kabilisi takes sometimes. Like for example, the guys in my hood know that if I do have extra money, I'm definitely going to give you something. But if I don't have it, I don't have it. Like on Saturday, no, actually on Sunday, going to Ayut. There's this other one that I know, just to make extra money besides helping people find my takes. I'm guy 5 rand. Did I not get a hug? I'm like, no, for me, you're a good person. And I had the extra money. So why don't I give it to you? Because you always treat me with fairness. You don't even care. Sometimes like feeling that I'm like, you don't even care because you understand the fact that some people go through things. And I like that about you. So yes, I have the extra money and I'm going to give it to you. And he was super happy about that.
Yeah.
And for me, for good, if I do have the extra money, yes, I'll definitely tip.
Okay. Yeah. Very interesting, man. Very, very interesting. So, of course, when it comes to this, just to close it off, do you think value is fixed or does it depend on the setting? Would you pay 35 rands for a Fanta in the township? Or why do we judge food hygiene differently in Kasi versus in the suburbs? Right? Because for other people, they will tell you that, no, man, I mean, it's the suburbs. So what? Right, it's Kasi, so what? So I just want to know from you by dropping your comments. We want to also hear from you. But on a closing thought, we know that value isn't just about the product, it's about context, culture, and perception. Next time you pay 35 rands for that Fanta, ask yourself this question: are you buying the drink or the lifestyle? And a call to action for a lot of us right here is that's today. So all you need to do is to share your thoughts below right there on the comment section by using the hashtag Vooka Breakfast Show, right? So what we're going to do right now, just to close it off, is to take a short break. 21 minutes past 9, it is the time. And when you come back, we're going to be discussing another thing that is very interesting. When kindness feels suspicious, why do we doubt good intentions? There are people who come with good intentions, but when you're like, this one is up to something, right? But we want to hear your thoughts after taking this short break. In the meantime, please don't go anywhere and don't switch the dial.
Whenever you're down, out in the cold, faithless and dark, your story's untold. Come take my hand and walk there with me. I know a place where we can be free. There is a light shining for you.
It's exactly 29 minutes past 9, and of course, there is no better way to start your morning without your favorite breakfast show. It is your energetic start to your day, accompanied by a daily dose of positivity. And of course, the conversation still continues. Connect with us throughout our social media platforms. We are Vooka Breakfast Show. The WhatsApp line is open for calls and for voice note at 060-493-3226. That's 060-493-3226. Before the break, we said we're going to get into another discussion that I want us to go into right now. Right? I asked the question that why do people, doubt good intentions nowadays? So let us set the scene for you just to understand what we're talking about. So a man opens the car door for a woman, pulls out her chair at a restaurant and insists on paying the bill. Instead of feeling flattered, she's thinking, what does he want from me? Is this a trap? I mean, for most people, it really sounds familiar. I mean, in today's world, simple acts of kindness often come with a side of skepticism. We question motives, wonder about hidden agendas, and sometimes even reject the gesture altogether. So here's the big question. Why do we find it so hard to accept kindness at face value? Has society made us too cautious, or are we just protecting ourselves? I mean, to answer this, I don't know if you've heard of the saying, too good to be true. Right? I mean, there are people who really look too good to be true to say, hey, my man, when now you are coming with good intentions only, what is wrong? You're not even messing up nyana to show that, but the way you are moving, it's so suspicious, my friend. Like, what is it that you are, up to? Yeah, show us that side of yourself, the one that's down, the one that's, down and out. Come to us, ask from us something. When now you're not asking, you are always giving. You are a giver, right? But we know that when it comes to this at gestures at face value, I mean, for a lot of people, I think it comes with, the safety, safety side of things to say, no, man, a lot of people have taken advantage of me because of being good. So each and every time when someone is good to me, I really doubt that. I question to say, why does this guy buying me a drink? Why are you buying me? I mean, it even goes to friendships. Your friend is just questioning, when I know you, the minute you buy me something, you want something from me. I mean, those people, each and every time when they want something from you, they will give you their love, show you some love, call you, even, send you good, sweet messages and things like that. But we know that there are a lot of things that really contribute into some of, other people doubting, good intentions. It comes with the experience that you have had as yourself to say, I'm really questioning this person because, things that they have done. I mean, it's the same thing as cheating, right? I mean, when you have cheated and coming with good intentions, it's like, it's questionable. What did you do? Yeah, what did you do? When you coming with good intentions, one of the questions that your partner will ask is, my brother, what did you do? Come out with them.
I think that one is pretty explainable, because sometimes, most of the time, you find that you date a guy who gets very loving, very affectionate. For the first, I get it, there's something called the honeymoon phase in a relationship.
Yeah.
And then we go through the honeymoon phase. And then all of a sudden, it's like, well, we start behaving like a married old couple. Where you no longer even buy me gifts. So, very, by the time you bring that gift, it becomes suspicious, especially if, let's say, maybe that you stopped buying me gifts, but you didn't stop entirely. You bought them like once or twice in a month. And then this 1 month, you spoil me rotten. I will suspect, Veluguti, what's going on? Because now I've gotten used to the fact that I'll get a gift maybe once or twice in a month.
Yeah.
And now throughout the whole entire month, where now put my lisa away, now I spend away, when I need chelete away, so you can't pay me for being suspicious. And in this day and age, like you just said, it's very rare, or it's now a thing of there is no such thing as an act of kindness, because we now live in a world where A guy can simply expect a gift from a female friend.
I think bonusile.
Yeah, bonusile, but for us, if it's not a thing that we have had in our friendship for a longer time, or something that we have gotten used to in our friendship, then I think that as a friend of mine, wouldn't you just be shocked, especially if I buy like a super expensive gift?
I think bonusile.
I have the money.
I repeat, bonusile.
And then the same goes for us. If a guy asks me out on a date, as a female, right now, you cannot blame me with the whole looking at how the world is. When I ask Uti, why do you want to take me out on a date?
Yeah.
Why me? There's going to be so many whys compared to me being appreciative.
Yeah.
Because unfortunately, we're thinking, can I have that mic back?
But what kind of question is that? Why mean? Get away.
It is an honest question, because now we live in a world where it's most guys or some guys, let's say 40 or 50% of the population right now, if they take a girl out on a date, they're already expecting that after here, it's me and you sneaky linky. So most guys, they don't literally want to take a girl out on a date and get to genuinely know her. Yes, it's 50-50. There are some guys who still do that, but unfortunately the guys who don't do that are overshadowing the genuine guys who literally genuinely want to take women out on a date without expecting anything in return. The same goes for a child. If I give for me, if my child does something good for me, I already know he did something bad, because I know my son, because it's a study. It's a new world order that we live in. If anybody does anything good for you, it's no longer seen as something good. Because I remember last week on Wednesday, I saw a guy. He was walking, so I was collecting recyclables for my mom. It was late at night. Ngiyakoleka ngihamba namabhokisi namabhodlela ukuthi ngise endlini so recycle. Nangu umuntu uyahamba wawaphu. Ngathi kuye askisi, let me help you. And for him, he became shocked. Because I'm a female, I'm a total stranger. Why are you helping me? Because in this day and age, if a person falls, instead of helping, like kindness is dying slowly because of the society we live in. In his head, he didn't even expect the fact that I'll request a ride for him, because he was like, my phone is dead. I have money, but my phone is dead. I need to request and go home. He was even bleeding. I was like, no. I sat down with him. He still couldn't believe. He's like, I don't know why you even sitting with me. Mina ngiyonile njengomuntu. Ngamtshela sonke sinezona. Akunamuntu ohamba emhlabeni anganasi isono. Nami nginazi izono zami. So when at this moment, the only thing you need to appreciate is the fact that you found somebody who's not laughing at you, who's not taking a video of you, but is genuinely acting out of kindness and is concerned. That showed me that very well in this day and age, kindness is slowly dying. And it's no longer just an act of being kindness. It's an act of me being kind and expecting something in return. And when you're being kind, there's nothing for you to expect in return, because you're just spreading out the film or the feeling of warmth out there.
So when you doubt good intentions?
For me, I do. It's 50. It's more or less 50-50.
So if your boyfriend, does a good gesture, do you question back of your mind?
No, I think it varies from different people. For example, if I do a good gesture for you because you know me and you know what, maybe I've done them a couple of times without asking for anything in return, then it's something that won't shock you.
The day you do, I'm like, yep, I knew it.
The day you do, the day I do. But besides that, I think it also differs, because the day I do, maybe it's probably because at that moment I desperately need something, and I've tried maybe almost everybody else that I know in my life that couldn't help. And I'm coming to you. So that's also where people turn to lose it. Some people turn to mask a good gesture with a favor that's needed at the end. Instead of just straight up asking, no, ngicela ungincede 1 2 3 4 5. Hayi ngifuna ungena kwenzela itiye, ngokwenzela isandwich, ngikuyeke udle ihluthe, maqedile ila sengingena khona. Sometimes we just
and then I'm like, I'm sorry, I can't. It's like You become even more disappointed.
Yeah, over the fact that I
And
took
then
all of my
kusasa,
energy and
you can't
time.
even- you can't even do a good gesture for me.
I mean, I feel like, a lot of people have their own reasons in terms of why they doubt good intentions, right? It has to do with your own personal experience. Personally, I don't, because I have done so much research to a point that I've realized that sometimes, and not sometimes, but this is a personal trait that is contagious to other people, to say, always question good intentions, right? And we know that there's someone out there who wants to practice acts of kindness to anyone who they're seeing, right? Maybe even if it's your partner, your brother, your family member, or your friend, they just want to come and appreciate you by just acting kind to you, showing some love, right? So when I talk about the trait, because remember that there are people who expect things back. When I act good, when I do good, I expect people to give me the same behavior, the same, anything that I do for them. So it also goes with that also, that people have a lot of expectation to say, when I'm good to you, I expect you to be good to me. So if someone is not being good to them back, that will also develop that doubtness, that everywhere they go, they will doubt good intentions, because I always expect people, to be good back to me. But as much as we are still in this conversation, there are some of the shockers and insights that we need to go through. So studies shows that levels globally have dropped over the last decade. People are more likely to assume ulterior motives behind kindness. In South Africa, cultural norms around gender roles are shifting. What used to be seen as gentlemanly can now feel outdated or manipulative to some. Psychologists say skepticism often comes from fear of vulnerability. Accepting kindness means letting your guard down. I mean, that's where we are today, and it's so sad, right? I mean, when you look at generosity, if you see someone who is wearing a nice suit, they're driving a Benz, they're handing you 1,000 rand, I mean, most people will take that. But if a homeless person kindly gives you 1,000 rand, you would start asking questions to say, this one is buying my house without me noticing.
Yes, I get it's the same as this guy who goes out in public and say 5,000 rand a mystery box. For some people, if you don't follow him on social media or have never seen his videos, then you'd be shocked or and like are get 5,000 or get a box. Like and then sometimes he even walks into supermarkets. It's like, are you gonna take 5,000 rand or a trolley dash?
For your PlayStation.
Yeah, there's a guy.
Well, it depends which mall, of course.
Yeah, there's a guy who didn't choose 5,000 rand, and then I'm gonna give that guy a PS5. He chose a mystery box and he got a PS5. And then there's another kid who's like, okay, but he only gives it if you follow. Sometimes if you follow him, you get the other gift that the other person didn't choose. For example, if you say you choose five grand and I follow him, then I'm going to get the mystery box.
Yeah. Do you know this one, OT? Hey, Afri. Here's 1,000 rand. Or do you want me to double it and give it to the next person? What would you choose?
Oh, yes, I've seen that. For me, I'd take the 1,000 rand. I don't want to lie.
Okay.
Looking at my situation, I would definitely take the 1,000 rand.
Yeah. So the thing here, Mo, in terms of good intentions, here's what I've seen. Some people have been scammed, I agree. So if someone says, hey, let me help you withdraw money, then because of you are taking too long at the ATM, they offer to help you, but because of what's happening, you become skeptical. That I fully understand. It happens, and I too wouldn't be able to accept help randomly so because of what's happening. But here we're talking about people that you know these individuals, not strangers, where someone comes to you and says, I'm going to do this and this and this for you, but you are skeptical of taking that help. because you somehow know the person who would say, I'm going to pay for this one day. And then you decline, right? So, sorry. So, in such a case, then, whenever you are doing something for someone else, do you also keep that in the back of your mind? I hope people don't think Nami, I'm buying them, or I'm just buying time, or buying a favor.
I mean, personally, I don't think I do. Right. As mentioned, that sometimes you just put people into the thought of sometimes it's necessary to act kind to you, act kind towards you without expecting something back, because there are people who will set the situation clear for you to say, now I expect good intentions from you. Like they talk with you to say, I'm a person who expects good intentions, and if you don't do that, that is going to bring back the scar now of doubting some of the good intentions you have done to me. They'll always try to look into things of the past that have happened, and they find something that does not even correlate to what is happening in this situation right now.
Yeah, because for anyone that has been, let's say, in a relationship of any form, where someone says, look, or even someone is advising you, would say, hey man, sorry about what happened.
Yeah.
Genuinely or generally, this individual has good intentions.
Yes.
But it's just that much they acted out of character. Manje. Does it now tarnish the entire thing? But generally so, I've got good intentions.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
I don't think it actually basically tarnishes everything that they have or everything that they've built. I think for me, it's all about almost like a 3 chances situation. You cannot do the same mistake 3 times. For me, it makes no sense. At that moment, what it's showing is that because you saw that I forgave you on that very, very first mistake, the first time around, and I gave you a second chance and you still did the same thing, at that moment, it means that you must show a bit of growth and actually stray away from that. Maybe make a new mistake.
Not quite. I mean, people are good people, but they mess up here, but they're good people.
That's what I'm saying, that they're
people.
good people, but what you can't always make the same mistake more than once or twice. You are not a kid. I understand if it's a 5-year-old and they keep forgetting their bag at school. They're 5 in their head.
Okay, but what kind of mistakes are we talking about where, for example...
You never put the toilet seat down?
Right. Or we are pauser, right? But you pauser, and it's now affecting your health when it's affecting your family. But you are pauser.
You don't see anything wrong.
No, you do. It's just that like now right? So, but they're good people. They're good people.
And they're coming with good intentions.
Yeah, they've got good intentions.
It's about finding them out.
So is there something that when you do, because I know there's like things that I know I do that I shouldn't do, but I'm good people.
Yeah, for example, for me, I don't make promises, and most people hate that about me. It's like, no, promise me you're going to do this. I'm like, I can't promise you. Life is unpredictable, and promises are easily broken.
It's like, that's it.
No, because for me, for example, it depends. For me, it depends. Yeah, if you say, promise me, Guti, we're going to meet on a certain date or a certain time, knowing very well the work that I work in, I'm here at radio and I'm also doing waitressing. It's something that I can't promise you. I can only say, you know what, I'll let you know, because it can change. You may find out that the date that we're supposed to meet on, I get booked.
Do you promise you let me know?
To let you know what?
Do you promise? Promise me you will let me know.
I promise to let you know when I get booked.
That's a promise.
No, it's different. The reason why I'm saying it's different is that you make, for example, Afripera, I want us to meet on Saturday. I won't promise because I can get booked again on Saturday. What I can tell you is that, you know what, I'll keep you posted, because for me, I know how bad it is to leave a person hanging, especially when you promise them. I've had so many promises that have never been fulfilled that I prefer not doing it to the other person. Hence, I do not like doing promises. Even with my son, if he wants something,
is the difference between a promise and a commitment?
A commitment, I'm committing to letting you know, meaning that it cannot slip my mind. I'm committing to letting you know and keeping you posted about whether or not we can meet.
And
a promise, it's me basically saying that through thick and thin, yeah, ngilapho, lapho na lapho, but knowing very well that there's a possibility that I might not make it.
It's the same thing. But let me ask you this then. Have you promised or committed to someone and not do it before?
Yeah.
But and then if someone comes to, because I know you're good people, if someone comes through and says, but yabona manje, you've done this more than 3 times, are you a bad person?
Yeah, back then I would consider...
So what I'm trying to say is that so get you, yabo. Sinalento lesiyenzayo yang tol.
Yeah,
there's this thing that we do. For example, I might say, look, Zosa, right? And then figure 3 hours later.
You know what your promise is?
What?
I'll answer my phone when you call. Are you allergic to your phone? As soon as we knock off, your phone is like, like a person cannot get a hold of you. That is one thing I know that you will not do.
You see, that's what I'm saying. But I'm good people.
Yeah.
Self-proclaimed. Sorry.
Yes, you are good people, but for you,
but anyway,
because you boss. But generally.
But that's what I'm saying, Gucci. There's things that we do, yabo, where we know we've got good intentions generally, but nalento leman siyenza njalo. Right?
I think the only
like you say good guys, angeng suppose, and then you come home drunk, right? You say you're gonna commit towards something and you don't do it over and over again. Mama kupon regela 1, 2, and 3 akitla regela, and you don't do it. There's njalo, but we're still good people. Now I'm asking Uguti, going into interacting or having good intentions, do you think about that thing in the back of your head? You know, there's good intention. This might just tarnish the thought or the thing that they have about me.
Yeah, I mean, there's how we would like to be perceived as humans, right? Because I think a lot of people, they seek that, being perceived. Like, I always care how people see me. So I want to be seen as this person who is a good person. Like, Guti says, for me to get to Mafikeng tomorrow, and I've promised, and I want people to, see me in this manner. So I would try by all means, maybe send a good message, or maybe go somewhere and do a video call to say, hey, Ntwana, you see, the reason I couldn't come is because I am here. But still, defeats to say, that plan of yours, it was not there when we spoke about you coming to Mafikeng. Right, so it does play some of a lot of roles in the people that we become, because this thing also psychologically it really affects a lot of people, because you're coming with good intentions, people are start questioning, and I feel like nowadays people are more judgmental, because if you put 2 people in a room, one KaMakhosazana, he's a sangoma. The other one is wearing a suit. I've made this example. But on this one, Sangoma is getting something from a Sangoma, good intention from a Sangoma. I mean, people will tell you that I'm not expecting good intentions from a policeman, from a soldier, from, a Sangoma, and all those people of such, right? So it just shows that the levels of, trust, they are dropping, based on how you look, based on what you can, put on the table. But with that being said, of course, we have some of the perspectives right here that we'd like to go through for you. First perspective says, a man being a gentleman is just good manners. Why should we assume bad intentions? Number 2, women have learned to be cautious because kindness can sometimes be a cover for control or expectations. Number 3 is, it's not about gender. We live in a world where trust is fragile, so skepticism feels way more faster. So the question that we're asking is, do you think we've become too suspicious of kindness? If someone goes out of their way to help you, do you accept it or you question that? just drop your question by using the hashtag Vooka Breakfast Show. So right here, we just have, before we close it off, we have a game idea for the scenarios that we have, right? And I think this one you just have to choose, right? If you are going to accept. So the first question is, a stranger offers to pay for your groceries. Do you accept or do you decline? If a stranger comes to you and say, hey man, can I pay for your groceries? Why me?
Yeah, no, I'm fair too. Yeah, pay for it. I would accept it.
Yeah.
I think I also would, but it's tricky, man. It's tricky.
That's tricky.
I think for me as a female in South African society, it is tricky.
Okay.
As much as I want to accept that it's coming from a good heart, but good intentions can hide the most dangerous things ever in the world. Unfortunately, that's the world we live in. A person can come in with good intentions, be good, be right, only to find out that it's literally a wolf in sheep's clothing. So for me, hence I'm saying that I would, but I'd also be pretty skeptical. Unless it's basically like the guy that I was telling you about, the one who goes out and does trolley dashes for people, because that's what he does. That's what he does trolley dashes. Then yeah, I probably would accept it with no worries, because this person is known national. Yeah, that's feel. What's feel like?
Your mic is off.
Yeah, someone from the Vooka Nation says, I want to put you to the test. You wouldn't accept it because Omas.
Put me up to the test. But what I'm saying is,
like, okay, what I'm trying to say is a stranger, yeah.
A stranger.
Sure.
Guys, it's too tricky for me as a female, man.
So that's a no.
For me, I'm torn between, should it be a yes because I know that it's a need for me at home, or should I go for a no?
I need to choose someone else now. Is it a yes or no? I need to choose someone now.
Most is a shopping, then yeah, it's a yes.
Okay.
But a random approach on the street,
it's a no.
It's a no, man. No, masingene motweni.
But yeah, as we're closing off, you can just let us know what you think. Right there, 4 minutes till we hit the 10 o'clock. Right, and in terms of the
nicknames,
the nicknames and the conversations that we had earlier, a voice note was sent that is from Nommyp. So let us just hear what she had to say.
Good morning, Vooka team. Well, my nickname that was given to me in university was Nongondo. Simply because every Friday we used to have tests and I never used to study. And a lot of people used to start like every Monday, they would study for the whole week until Friday. I used to study on Thursday night for Friday. And in most cases, I would end up getting more marks than those that had started on a Monday. Hence, I got the name Nongondo because they're like, my mind is fast. So each time I entered the law library on a Thursday evening, people would make funny sounds saying, Nongondo, Nongondo. Because I just had a skill of knowing what to study and what not to study rather than studying everything. So till this day, when I bump into people that I went to law school with, they still call me Nongondo.
Oh, sister. We hear you, Ngondo. I mean, this side, this side you're going to be called Ngondo. Right? I mean, yeah, this one. Because trust me, guys, I think like I've met people who do this relentlessly, man, and like I've yearned for them. You know, back in college there was this girl, man. Oh, you would study, bruh. Like you would study, but when her results came, Baba 98. When you fought for that 47, you stayed all night, right? But it shows that. We all have different strengths, right? She's good when it comes to this, and you might be good at something else, right? It's just a matter of exploring and finding yourself where you belong. But with that being said, it was another beautiful, of course, edition of the Vooka Breakfast Show. It was nice being with you. Thank you so much. And I hope that you're going to continue to connect with us throughout our social media platforms. Everybody, last words.
Stay safe, stay blessed. Don't let the festive season overtake you. For me, Afiberi, also known as Miss Berry Blaze. The darker the berry, the sweeter than Tonton. Imnandi mamyama, mamtlopilek the katekun put marloko fambana mewata, komakashe. Is song on the morning.
Same time, same place tomorrow, right here on the Vooka Breakfast Show. Have a great day ahead of you. Bye bye.
Yes, sir. And happy birthday to DJ Firefly.
DJ Firefly, a birthday shout out, and DJ Firefly is at Underground Radio, right? From the Vooka Breakfast team, DJ Firefly, this is for you. Happy birthday. Enjoy your day.